Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to a little bit of Wasted Space Live. We're going back into survival mode this evening because I, for some reason, fancy getting eaten by Dags. I think that's the plan, at least. Dags and cargo ships and all sorts of other random stuff because I've turned it all on. All of that stuff is on. The only thing I've not turned on is meteors because meteors are stupid. And we're going to go and have a bit of fun. We got cargo sort of enhancement mod running, so different cargo ships, they can spawn in planetary atmosphere and stuff like that. I'm joined by Mr. Wedgehog.
I was gonna say, you know, he's turned meteors off, but he's got something far more destructive instead.
Far more destructive. So, I don't know, we're going to have a bit of fun in survival on a planet and see how things go from there. So this is the solar system start, and we're going to begin the planetary lander, to the point where, in fact, I'm sitting here at the respawn screen so that we can do the whole thing right from the start. So when I screw up the landing, inevitably, everyone is watching and waiting. So, Wedge, are you ready to try and join this? I'm going to do this maneuver quite quickly while falling, but I need you to join the faction and then spawn in the medbay as soon as we go.
Okay.
Good evening, everybody in chat. Hope you're all doing well. Had a fine weekend, a fine Labor Day, if you are over in the US. Alright, I'm off. I've spawned. We're in. I'm going to leave the dampers on for a second, even though that wastes power. Create... I don't know. What do we call ourselves? Look at the feds. I don't know why. Everyone, quick, get in here. Get in here, Wedgie. There we go. Now you should be able to refresh and spawn in with us. Oh, it's dark and pretty. Where the hell are we going to land? Let me know when you're spawned aboard. We are falling at quite a high rate. The dampers off. No need to have those on until we're right down by the ground. This is a temporary ship and will be removed, apparently. Little did we know. Okay, I'm going to turn these on in a second.
Wait, am I in the wrong ship?
Are you in the wrong ship? I don't know.
I'm in the wrong ship, yeah. I'm in a little yellow thing.
That doesn't sound like the right ship. You should be spawning in atmospheric lander. I think I've mostly stopped our descent. Let me just check the sharing settings. You might want to delete that. No, it's on no share for some reason. I have no idea why they default it to no share. And it is dark as hell. I'm going to find us a landing spot before we run out of power. Grab and spawn. We need a lake. Hey, it's a wedgie. There's a sky factory over there and a mobile drilling platform. Okay.
And what?
Yeah, there's some extra stuff around.
Oh.
Pirate encounters that have been increased, and we get planetary cargo ships and all sorts of stuff. There is a mod list down in the description. I am intentionally not playing the same stuff as Shack. I know some people are saying, well, why aren't you playing Enhanced Exploration? Because that's basically what you're talking about. Because I don't want to play the same thing as him. I want to show something else off. It'd be boring if everyone was doing the same thing. So I'm doing a slightly different setup. Okay, they're relatively similar. The main thing with us is we're going to be focused on planets to begin with. Although I do want to get off this planet quite quickly. Can you keep an eye peeled for a lake, Mr. Wedge? We can't fly for that long in this thing, and I really do fancy a lake because not only is it ice for days... Oh, actually, I think I see one dead ahead.
Yeah, there's... Yeah,
it's
other side of the mountain.
It's a runway, which is going to be important because we have the plane parts mod on. And plane parts is amazing.
They are so good for cheap flight.
Well, that's the thing. One atmospheric thruster and some wheels, and you're kind of pretty sorted. The only thing is, of course, these will need to be... Everything's going to need to be combat capable because we are going to encounter... Part of the cargo overhaul, again, linked in the description, is that you can do things like add planetary cargo ships, but you can also do things like increase how often they spawn. So that is turned right up high, and hopefully won't bite us in the arse. It is really dark as well. I have the Deep Space 4K mod on, which changes the lighting as well. Makes it quite dark at night, which I felt... If it ends up being too dark, let me know, guys, and I will do something about it. If you guys can't see properly. Doesn't help that we don't have any flashlights in this thing. But the idea was that's going to make it much more possible for Dags to sneak up in the dark, sneak up in the night, you know? Whoa, now it's sped up to catch up. Nice. Mr. Lucy.
I was going to say, can the Dags still chew through metal?
They have changed their behaviour a lot, so they tend to not try and attack your ships anything like they used to. You know, they used to be a right pain in the backside because they'd just plough into whatever you were doing. This, I guess, is our lake. I can't see any mining deposits on it. Oh, is that one? In the dark, it's quite hard. No, there are a few. Good lake, good lake. Let's hope there are a few with good things in it.
I'm so glad I wasn't standing on the boarding ramp just then.
What, would I have ditched you far out? Yeah. I think
It would have been like, you know, when you see people with a baseball bat swing and then the ball goes off and does a home run. It'd have been like that.
And a donator from James Fisher saying, please crash into the ice lake. No, I will not. We will not begin the stream with a massive crash. Even though I can't actually see where the ice lake is. With those sort of flat textures that makes it kind of invisible. I might put us up against the wall a bit. It means the Dags are kind of only going to approach from one direction. They don't like running up and down the mountains. In my experience, at least, Dags are a little wary of the cliffs. Is this going to be a series for Tuesdays? I don't know, Mr. Ouch. Possibly. Depends how much fun we have. Might be something that I kind of... that word I like to use, evolve. And think up some other stuff to sort of mix it up a bit and make it more interesting. And then, yeah, keeps coming back. 100 meters away. We have found ice. My scanner thing says ice. Ice is present.
That's pretty good, given that, you know,
Given
this place isn't... yeah, given it is a lake, yeah.
It's a space in its lake, I should say.
I think chat's wish has been granted.
Did I break a leg? I broke the front leg, didn't I? Damn it.
Yeah, you...
It's because auto lock is on these things by default. So instead of letting me just touch down, it grabbed on with the front leg and sort of tilted us over forwards. Okay. Now if I turn those on, they should lock in place. Let's get our dampers off. Cool. Now I can see. Yeah! The other thing we're running on here, and I've now learned to use it, which you guys will be very pleased with, is the easy inventory mod. So we can do things like immediately start to set ourselves up with some defensive turrets, because Dags. Oh, I did break it fairly hard at the front, didn't I? Oh, I broke the whole landing ramp off. Dole! Okay, we're out of small steel tubes apparently as well. In fact, we're out of quite a lot of stuff. What am I missing for this? 2 small steel tubes. But yeah, as usual, I think we're talking cargo ships, cargo, solar power, and defences to begin with. Although, do you know if the funky green containers drop when you're in multiplayer? You have Dag.
Oh, bollocks. Shit. Right. I think they do. I think they do. But,
you can't run from the Dags, you've got to kill them. There is no... We've got a bit of ammo in the thing. The Dags have materials on them. Get back here. Oh, there you go.
There's one.
Well, that'll tell you. Strong unknown signal. It's the other side of the blooming planet. You remember how I started the stream saying that Dags don't like to do cliff? Yeah. Okay, maybe I take that back.
I was going to say, you know, 14 minutes to get to the other side of the planet.
I don't think that's even possible.
Unless you've got a speed mod or something.
Unless you've got a speed mod on, that's got to be impossible to pull off.
And the thing is, if you have got a speed mod on, the parachute doesn't activate in time. It crashes into the planet and destroys the thing.
Brilliant.
So there's literally no way we can get that unless we use Space Master or something.
You could go into space, warp jump, and then come back around again. Oh, I forgot to loot the dog. I almost turned on. Oh, I did loot the dog. There was, yeah, he had power cells.
This dog's still alive.
Is he?
Yeah. He's just kind of standing here with his tail waggling and occasionally howling at the sky.
Nah, that one's dead. Just trust me on this. That one's dead, Reggie.
All right.
Wow.
I'll make sure.
I properly broke up the front of this thing.
Yeah, it's probably dead. Me, it's just kind of chilling here and not doing anything. It's wonderful how broken the NPCs are. If you can call them NPCs.
That'll be interesting, at least. You'll get to guess which Dags are active. There are 2 hydrogen bottles in our thing, and I think our first task is probably to set up the interior turrets and get mining.
Yeah.
There's stuff on this lake.
Do you remember in the Ravenholm level of Half-Life 2, there were those sort of propeller things? Do you think there's any way to build something like that that'll just slice the Dags up?
No, because I don't think they'll respond to... Oh, no, they do respond to impacts. I take it back. They do actually respond to impacts, so... I don't know. I really don't. Easy inventory is on, by the way, so you just need to have the block in your hands and right-click on the inventory, and it'll pull out everything you need, and remember all the bits you're missing if you didn't manage to carry it all. And if you shift-click when you've got the block, right-click when you've got the block out, it'll queue the stuff you need in the assembler. It's pretty cool.
I'm going to have to learn how to use it. I didn't really get a word of that. It's too late for me to do much comprehension right now. I'm just here to kill things with a flamethrower and potentially get eaten by a dag.
I mentioned that there was a flamethrower in the mod, and that basically did it for Wedge.
That was, you know, the deal maker right there.
Right, well, I'm getting up onto the roof to get some solar panels up, because to begin with, we're going to have to stick with this as our base vessel. I think this isn't a bad place to stay as a starting point, but we can't afford to rebuild everything until we've started supplying ourselves, you know. I'm not tearing this all down, by the way. I'm just building myself a way up to the roof.
Oh, okay. But do you want me to remove these engines?
No, because actually, yeah, I guess we could. I'm not actually thinking we'll move this one, so yeah, sure. Why not tear it down?
It's kind of amazing you can have a full, you know, commercial airliner-sized turbofan in your pocket.
It's not in your pocket, it's in your backpack.
Oh, my backpack. Well, in any case, yeah, I can lug that round with no problem.
Yes, thank you, chat. I have taken my helmet off. Well, not taken it off. I've opened my mask. As should you, Wedgie, so that we don't suffocate.
That's probably smart.
I have also learnt from the previous EFM stream that actually running with like 1x on your welding and your grinding and all that stuff, it's not that fun to watch. So we have turned some of that stuff up, inventory size is up quite high and so on. It just means that we get more action and a bit less time spent actually just focusing on building stuff, you know. Right, solar. Solar, is the sun even coming up yet? Do we have more Dags?
There's always more Dags.
There is always more Dags. They spawn a lot. No cargo ships yet. We could also consider working on just uranium for this. To get the solar power up and running though. Torpedo solar, don't think that's necessary.
The one that is still apparently dead's just still standing here doing his own little thing.
Still doing his thing.
In fact, I've got shadow play on now just so I can send it to you later. Because it's ridiculous.
He will screw off eventually, I'm sure. Where do I want to put these? Neither vertical or horizontal is perfect, but...
Isn't there a script or something where you just...
the sun direction.
Put the solar panels on a rotor, and then if you group them and then run the script, it'll align it to the sun automatically.
Yes, but you know what you just said, right? About rotors on rotors and stuff.
I know what I just said, yes, but when it's stationary,
this one's not supposed to be pretty. This is just to get us going. We can worry about getting efficient designs and whatnot later.
Alright.
For now, I just want to make sure that we don't run out of power in the morning, basically. Okay, right, I've used half of my components doing that. Yeah, so Wedgie, let me explain the easy inventory to you. Have the block you want to build in your hand, like out.
Okay.
Walk up to a cargo container, right-click. It will pull into your inventory everything you need to build one. If you cannot fit everything in your inventory, it will remember what you pulled last time and pull the next stuff out that you need.
Right, I have solar panel in my hand.
Just right-click looking at the cargo container, and you'll see in the top left-hand side of the screen it will say, withdraw all items required to build a cargo container.
Ah!
Is that not awesome?
That is pretty good.
Right, okay,
Why don't they have that?
Why is this not a default thing? Indeed. Why did I not learn how to use it during EFM, when everyone was trying to tell me, wasted, use easy inventory, yes. It can also be, there are modifiers to do things like queue stuff up in the assembler by looking at it as well. But to begin with, that'll do. I should also get rid of this. I mean, if we set a GPS location for here... let's delete that one, sorry. If we set a GPS location for here, we don't need this beacon, which is a bit of a power consumer anyway. Yep, it's mod called Easy Inventory. All of this stuff's linked down in the video description. I made sure to link all our mods up because someone has something in Discord. But yes, it is a really, really useful mod, so I would recommend you guys check that one out for a bit of streamlined survival. There are a few other ones you can use. Maybe I'll sort of start including those into this series just as an example. But it is a very much nice way of streamlining what you're doing. You don't have to think about that side of things and remember what to carry, which is not... It's just not a fun side of the whole thing. It's not what people enjoy doing. Ooh. Hell of a reflection.
It's just making things less convenient to try and disguise the fact that there's no survival game, really. Other than
we'll
make
find
power
out.
and breathe.
Make power, breathe, and survive and hunt things and so on. Is that a cargo? Mobile drilling platform. You notice that?
I noticed that. It's a shame we don't have anything that can go after it, though.
No, I know, but it just means that they've already started spawning. Yeah, there is... I've got an interior turret armed on both sides now. That's trying to shoot a dog up on the hill, apparently, and ignoring the one that's just shouting at the moon that's just here. Is this the dead one? Has he come back alive and is he doing the same thing for me? No, he's actually there. Get out of it.
Oh, he died that time.
That one died, okay. Actually dead. Oh! No! Rifle's out of ammo! Help! Help!
Hey, I killed this one, but it's still alive for me.
Yeah, see if you can lose it. It'll be fine.
Yeah, I can lose it.
There you go. That's the giveaway. If it's lootable, it's dead. What is a dag? A dag is a dog. Sorry. I will repeatedly say that. I now kind of can't help myself. Yeah, some of this stuff should be turned off. We're probably using quite a lot of power here.
Do we need this programmable block? Probably not.
No.
Alright, let's chop it up then.
Oxygen generator and tank can stay on simply on the basis that they're giving us hydrogen. You did take your bottle, right? Is there anything else here I can turn off for the time being? Reactor's not outputting anything, that's good. Atmospheric thrusters can just go off, I suppose.
Oh, do we not need to grind them down for something useful?
Yeah, but I might as well turn them off so they're not using power latently while we're sitting here. Which also don't need a timer block right now, thanks. Or a flight suit. Go away.
Wasn't the flight seat useful to check how much power was left?
Nah. Pelenicus is giving a particularly good tip there. I like that one, sir. Thank you very much. Which is to reduce the interior turret range to something a bit more sensible so that they're not just randomly plinking at stuff that's miles away. That is a good call, my man. I like it. Let's bring it down a bit. About 200 or something.
That'll do. I'd say maybe even closer than that, to be fair.
You don't want them to get underneath it, is the only thing. Because if they get underneath it, they'll be out of the line of the turrets. And then we're going to end up getting it when we come out. Oh, the remaining atmos are on the bottom.
I'm going to start grinding the big ones down.
Yeah, it really doesn't take very long. As I said, I turned everything up. Even grind speed 2 times is enough to get these done pretty fast. Weld and everything else is turned up nice and high, so it's going to take ages. Oh, we got. Oh, you mean the really big ones, don't you? You mean the side ones?
Yeah. To be fair, they're powerful enough that you can fly this thing on one of them.
Yeah, I imagine so. Yeah, the cyber dogs were really stupid. Thank God we've got these versions at least. They were really, really dumb. Exploding dogs. Just what everyone asked for. But then, I think, when I was talking to Tomaszniczka, he mentioned that that was one of the mistakes they had made. Like, potentially even his mistake, but we'll see. He's working on another project at the moment I'm going to have to show on the channel at some point soon. Because it's relatively cool. Okay, what am I doing? What am I doing? We've ground some stuff, but we're not built anything. I think I'm going to go and have a quick check and find out what the hell, resource-wise, we have on this lake. And it would be nice. Are you dropping stuff, Wedge?
No.
You sure? There's girders outside on the floor.
Where?
Well, I've just picked it up.
Oh.
So where was the miney stuff? There was miney stuff on this lake. Technical term, miney stuff. Over there. Right, I've got a bottle. I'm going to use up my bottle really fast. I do have a bottle. What do you got for us, game? What do you got? Ice. Yes, yes, that much I knew. No, I'm not going to be able to see anything with the hand drill from up here. Don't be a git. Come on. If it's low, though, it means it's probably something good. Fair. Let's find out. Probably do with some ice anyway. We're going to be using loads of hydrogen for this. Because I can't be bothered with walking around. It takes for ages. For ages? Forever.
Sure, we'll run with that.
We'll run with it for ages. New words. Really nothing down here? Am I just being colourblind and I'm just drilling into a standard area? This is darker than the rest, isn't it? Yeah, it is. This is an ore patch. I'm not being an idiot.
I was gonna say, given it's, you know, the middle of the night, maybe that doesn't happen.
Yeah, Darth Corby, as Darth Corby mentioned, there's also a button with easy inventory to clear your inventory, which I believe is Alt. I think Alt right-click is the one for clearing, Shift right-click is the one for assembling, and then Control is to make it times 10 of whatever it is you've pressed. And you can combine them.
Oh, that thing's gonna disappear in 10 seconds.
Apparently, I should not forget an anti-dog bend in the tunnel, said Mr. Colin Barker. Mr. Colin Barker, I trust you because your name is Barker, and therefore you know all about dogs. But what on earth is an anti-dog bend? Please explain this concept to me. Maybe I'm stupid, but... Yeah, Alt right-click empties your inventory except for tools, ammo, and bottles into the container you're looking at. That's really cool.
Oh, right, okay, I'm going to remember that then.
Alt right-click and just right-click are basically the only ones you need. That's really nice. James Fisher with £2 donation. Thank you, man. Do you know if Text will be showing up? I don't believe so. I think he's working today. He works like funny shifts, hence why you'll see him sometimes on streams, sometimes not. Okay, so I have no idea what's over there. Do I want to try and slap something together, therefore, to drive around with an ore detector on it? It might be vehicle time. It might be vehicle time, which means it would help if I actually got some materials. Random layout for now. Not radio communication components, though. Construction, tubes. Might need to build some stuff for this. It's a dog U-bend. Ah, okay, I see.
A dog U-bend.
Makes complete sense now. You get a dog U-bend? Helpful for flushing if you get too many dogs clogging the system.
Yeah.
Probably avoid that subject. This cliff here looks like a good place to put a base that would be very hard for Dags to hassle because they spawn outside. But for now, I think Vehicle Du Scout would be a good beginning position. Do we get brave and go straight for something that can fly? Oh, there's a Dag. I see you. Go on then. Let's do this. Let's do this, Dag.
I'd go straight for something that can fly, to be fair. Oh. Are you alright? Are you getting killed out there, or...?
Get out of it! I should really turn my crosshair on, is what I should do. And run for the medbay before I do die. It's SE, but with occasional moments. That's literally all it is. Watching Robocop and Wasted Stream at the same time. Double the fun. I approve of your choices. A little bit unique, but I still approve. Okay, what am I going to need for this thing? Do we go straight for something that can fly? Wedge. Do we?
Yeah.
You reckon we do?
I reckon we do.
Straight for something simple that can fly. Okay, I hear ya. I hear ya. where's my wings? No, plane parts. I can't see him. I'm just blind. We've covered this many times on the channel, but I am legitimately a blind person. This is all I could... Either that or some part of my brain refuses to compute the images in front of me. Something's going on here, because I just can't see things. Hi, from Matt and Wendy. Keep up the good work, man. Loving the challenge series, by the way. Oh, cheers, Matt. I hope you're both very well. Thank you very much for the donation. Yeah, I'm glad you're enjoying the challenge series as well. I certainly am. I think it's nice that we can finally get away with this stuff in Space Engineers, and it actually kind of works. Is that not cool? I think that's kind of cool.
I'm really enjoying Engineer Wars as well.
Yeah, that's just cool that it all functions, and it's sad. It's almost sad, but at the same time, I don't think it actually is. Kind of funny. I'm going to go for a proper cockpit on this, I think, rather than a remote. Remote started to get, since you can't move the camera around, sometimes it gets a bit finicky, you know.
When you're trying to make that perfect landing, then yeah.
Yeah, exactly. You know, you don't want something like that to get in the way. There's really not a huge amount you need on a vehicle like this. I suppose we need a connector and some cargo and an ore detector. What are we missing for this? Detector components. Okay, well. Oh, that's because I'm looking for a large one. Probably be alright in reality. Wasted vacuum went and you wanted new music. Did you look at the turbo? That's a beta. I did not. I have never heard of that, and I will scribble it down inside locate my pad. Here it is. Okay, scribbling. Yep, okay, I've got that down. I will check it out after the stream. I'm always down for new music, especially if I can use it in the streams, because obviously you guys and myself get a little bit tired of hearing basically the same thing over and over again. Am I not allowed to scroll this block any closer to me? Have they disabled that as an ability in Space Engineers now? What? Come on, just come over here, block. Okay. Okay, Space Engineers, whatever.
There's a landing gear here.
I don't trust that in survival, man. Not powered.
Landing gear.
Not powered.
So you're happy to build with something that's just sort of resting on another grid?
Yes.
Because that's perfectly safe, isn't it?
Done me fine for a good few survival series now. Whereas landing gear have always been... Stop spawning them miles away! There is no way you can get to that in 14 minutes. Not without space-capable stuff and a jump drop. And even then, you'd have to be in space. The game speed is too slow.
You're never going to get your rainbow suit.
I literally have one cosmetic item for Space Engineers so far, and that is the cow gloves that I got earlier today when testing this map. Because earlier on today, it was repeatedly spawning like maybe 1.4 kilometers away while I was testing out and getting a screenshot. Okay, so what do we want to do? We want to have good visibility. I fancy something rapier-y, if you know what I mean. Oops. I'm catapulting myself off this place, apparently. I should have most of the components to do all of this stuff on me. Yeah, the way these signals work is they drop by parachute. So they initially start moving, and they'll be sort of looking like they're coming in your direction, and then obviously they later slow down. I haven't got anything power-wise on this. What do we want to use for power, Wedge?
Maybe a battery right now, I don't know.
I think a battery to begin with is a good idea, but...
Unless you want to stick like one small nuclear reactor on it just in case.
Well, yeah, you kind of always need something like that, don't you? Just as the sort of start-up backup. Okay, I forgot an air vent as well, didn't I? Do we want it on the front? No, I'm going to leave the front clear for later Gatling guns. Stick this on one of the connector outputs at the back. Do. They changed the welding graphic. Yeah, they have. It actually looks like you're welding now. It looks better from third person than it does from first person. That's weird. The strong ones are because we're in multiplayer. I see. That does make some sense. Right, we're gonna want a gyro or two for our puppy here. This is not to do a huge amount other than to act as a bit of a scout for us to begin with. We may later down the line advance her into something a little more complex and a little more deadly, but for now I just want to build something to get exploring. Okay, wing-wise and battery-wise, what are we thinking here?
Well, if you're going for the Arabia style wing, you kind of know what you want, so...
Yeah, I do kind of already know what I want. Yeah, you can no longer, apparently, change how far away from you blocks are in multiplayer, or in survival. Okay, I want to do this. Out there, I think. Speed build. Auto block rotation is on. I am an idiot. Kind of needs to come out further still. It's a bigger ship than the Rapier actually is. Yes,
So
there's an arrow on it that says point it this way, and I ignore that completely.
are those armor blocks or...
They're
wing
armor blocks.
Oh.
It doesn't make any difference. The wing blocks don't actually have any aerodynamic effect unless
I
they're
know.
these big ones.
It just winds me up because they look odd when you just surround them with wings. That's why it gave us those little creature comforts, so they mesh perfectly.
Oh, I mean, whiner. Get out of it, Wedgie. Right, now I'm just slightly unsure what to do from here forwards.
Maybe do the same on the other side?
What? Never. Where's my mirroring? And how soon is my bottle going to run out? Soon enough. Oops. That one's not supposed to be there. And yes, I'm using normal armor blocks because I don't see any point in using the standard wing. No. Just no, Wedgie. I know what to do here. I know what we need.
Are you going to use an air brake this time, or
Yes,
you refuse?
yes, I will put an air brake on it. It's an option we have, so why the hell not?
I think the fair game, given we've got parachutes now and they do exactly the same thing.
It's like a rapier sword. This one. It's like halfway between the pair.
This is like the minivan of the rapiers or something.
Yeah. Rapier minivan, yeah, lovely. V-Dub probably stuck something together in the 60s. The 2060s, obviously. Almost all of Wedge's wasted ships look like they fly backwards. You know that by now. In fact, not by now, but by meow. Which is appropriate. Isn't there now a release date for Super Troopers 2? Was it Broken Lizard, I think they are. Got their Kickstarter backing and it's now going well. We shall see Father and the gang soon enough.
I was hoping by jumping on the end of the wingtips I could knock the thing over or just unbalance it or whatever. But
no, it's remarkably...
He's thought this one through, which is a shame.
AKA, as I said earlier, I have actually done this before.
Still need batteries.
Yes, yes, I know. I'm just realising that, but I know where to put them.
I'll go and get the power cells.
Yeah, please do. Strong unknown signal was detected. Look at that. That one's only 62,000 away. We're almost there. There we go. That is a spot for a battery. If I ever saw a spot for a battery. That was not intended to be a spot for a battery. Will this one be able to land horizontally? Yes, because it's going to have wheels. That is the only reason why I won't be able to land horizontally. Because it's only going to have rearwards facing thrusters. Wedgie kind of challenged me before the stream. He was like, oh, yeah, I'm going to build something. Must build something with thrust only in one direction and air brakes. And I was like, that's actually kind of easy, because air brakes are cheating.
They are cheating, yeah, but you know.
They're basically just thrusters.
It's not the building it, it's the landing it and not crashing.
A bit, Darth Nithilus, who says, looks like all the Lego ships I used to build as a kid who have those dagger fronts, too much Star Wars. Yeah. Yeah, I know what you mean. There's just something about that sort of angle that's just a bit cooler.
I will give you one piece of advice, though.
Never.
Oh, never mind.
Okay, then. What? No, no, no. I'm not going to show you down. What you got? What you got for me, Joel?
Make sure you switch on view center of mass and stick the wheels underneath it.
What do you mean, so it doesn't fall over when it lands?
Yes. Well,
that's always a good choice.
It's that, and that if you do that and you put the wheels right underneath it, it means you can take off nice and easily because they act like an actual fulcrum.
Yeah, yeah, you get that proper fulcrum, as you say. So you don't run into what I call the Shack's Group Survival glider problem.
Yeah.
Where it's been built in such a way that it can't take off primarily because it's not capable of angling upwards.
Wasn't Shack in the Air Force or something?
He actually is almost kind of worse than that. He trained to maintain F-16 engines. If I remember rightly.
Oh dear.
It's alright, he knows his planes, Mr. Shack. He knows exactly where to put the propellers.
Yeah. I'll say that thing looked more like a swamp boat than a plane.
Swamp boat, yes, it kind of does.
Oh bloody hell, there's another one.
Flinging the signals at us. How many people do they expect to be playing? Clearly quite a lot, because there's loads of them, they're all miles away.
I think that's a bit optimistic on Keen's part.
Yeah, well, you can't blame them really, can you?
They're trying.
Bless them. I'm hoping to quite soon have an interview with the guy that's essentially responsible for delivering a lot of the current multiplayer fixes. The guy who was on that team, if you remember the competition that they made very little humdrum about when it actually got finished, having announced it and so on, because in reality, as far as I'm aware, none of the teams won, really.
Well, from what I heard, they just ended up throwing them all together.
Yeah, exactly. They kind of used bits from all of them, and none of the teams technically kind of won, because there was no one version that was sort of fine. There was one version that was really bad, and then there was... But even that one did something, if I remember rightly. Something to do with how it, did instancing or something like that. It had some element to it that even there was kind of done well. So it's a massive meld of the whole lot. But it means that I think... This guy was responsible. He was the guy that was on the team that sorted out things like the grav boots.
That's probably wrong.
Which is like the backbone for why you can move around on ships now.
That is one of the things I like now is I tend to build a lot of planes with, you know, that are technically small ships gone wild or whatever. And I quite like just turning the thrusters into override and then just stepping out of the cockpit and walking around.
Yeah, and wandering around on your own ship. Just going like,
yeah,
this is fucking cool.
The thing I tend to do is drop the rear landing hatch or whatever and just stand on it and watch the ground go underneath.
Oh, I wasn't actually going to put that one in there.
Oh.
I'll grind it out. I was going to leave that. No, it's fine.
It's more lift. It's more lift. You know. I mean, you know, you weigh this thing down, you're probably going to want all the lift you can get.
That's a fair point, yeah. The downside of pointing the thrusters like this is they're not particularly efficient. The wings, sorry, like this, is they're not particularly efficient. They're very manoeuvrable, it allows you to move around quite well, but they aren't very good as far as efficient lift is concerned. That's why that this sort of, when I came to building one that was designed to actually carry a ship up into space, that thing had huge, like, flat wings. I find myself kind of overly bothered about how this looks, and also slightly surprised that it's still nighttime. Have I managed to do the same thing we ended up with in group survival for a little while, where there is actually some places on the planet where it's never daytime? But are we there?
Right at the North Pole.
Yeah. It's possible.
I will say, when it comes to planes for heavy lift, you remember the thing I tried to bomb G-Corp with?
Mm-hmm.
Well, in one of my survival worlds I built that. I was able to get the entirety of one of these landers ground down, loaded into it, and it can still fly quite happily. And, you know, a few other things from a mining expedition, so...
Not bad.
They are really good, what you can do with the wings.
Wings are amazing. One of the best mods for space engineers, like, no question. No question. And only... Well, I wouldn't say, like, necessarily guaranteed enhanced by the presence of the plane parts, because the plane parts actually changes the mod up a bit as well, if you know what I mean. It does add stuff that isn't standard.
You can have fully retractable landing gear, which is quite good. And the way he's done the landing gear bays, he's done the model, but there's no collision mesh for them, so it's very, you know, unlikely you'll clang when you're trying to pull your wheels back in. So it's kind of cheating, but it looks really good.
Fair play. Thank you for all the suggestions, chat, about turning the power off to save the batteries. Good point. Try not to accidentally grind down everything that I'm not looking at. Does seem to be the default. Especially if you have... This is why the grinding speed is the only one that's not turned up to maximum, is because it's really damn annoying when you're accidentally constantly grinding stuff that you're not actually looking at.
The power to weight ratio on this thing is going to be pretty good.
To begin with.
4 of those little thrusters are way more than that thing needs to.
Oh, I know, but... Do you want to find us a wheel location and I'll stick some air brakes on?
Okay.
Yeah, air brakes. Cheating for the win. Not really cheating, but I just feel like these things are pretty strong. In fact, screw this. Let's not mess around. Ah! I wasn't even looking at that, Space Engineers. Go away. I might have pulled one of the wings off.
I was gonna say something just happened to the centre of mass.
Sorry, the moments don't just come from dogs, they can also come from other places. Damn it! Goes another one the same width there, right? For a straight line, yep, and then we go to the narrower ones forwards. One like that. One like that. One like that. And then the reverse one. Okay. Got it covered. Didn't take too long. It's okay. Okay, so 1, 2, 3. Actually, what? I don't need it backwards. 3, and then like that. And let's get my face buried in these damn blocks to make sure I'm deleting the right thing. Because I can't see the outlines. I don't know about you guys, but there's no red highlight there for me. It doesn't help that I am red-green colorblind, obviously. Space Engineers is another one of the games that breaks the rules of thou shalt have a colorblind mode. Yep, Dags. Dag, audibly heard.
I didn't even hear it. I felt it, but, you know.
Dag down. I saw Dags off in the distance as well.
Another one.
They normally come in threes, in my experience.
No, there's another signal just appeared somewhere.
There is, yeah. This one's only 41k away. That's the sort of thing we might potentially be able to reach. If they keep getting closer, eventually we might be able to get at one.
There's another good thing as well, you can taxi using these wheels.
Yeah.
Powered, so save a bit of energy there.
Although they roll really nicely, so I don't think that's too much of an issue. It doesn't take much of a blip to get the thing moving. Okay, air brakes are in. That is a fair point, Mr. Mindcozy, about the fact that if that one wing is capable of basically ditching the entire craft like that, you probably want to arrange for some more connection points.
I need to fill up that hydrogen a sec, be right back.
We should have plenty of ice. Alright, where can I actually connect these things there? And maybe... maybe we hook it on up the front. On the basis that we'll tuck some gallings down here eventually anyway. So, there. What else we got? There, yeah. That'll give it another point of connection that's not just that rear wing. Open back up again. Another signal. 40k away now. They are getting closer. Blooming hell, the spawn rate of those is ridiculous.
Isn't it like you get 3 skins or something a day, though?
Why are our turrets not killing the Dags? Aha.
Hang on, have I disconnected or something? Oh no, never mind.
Apparently they're worth plenty of Dags around. as suggested. They were just stuck on the hills. Cool, power cells. What have you got for me up there, my friend? You're still alive, aren't you? Yeah, you are. Bye. Were. Definitely shot one more as well. No, we're good. It's still not light. What are you doing off the front there? That's a connection point. Build
I'm gonna.
Yeah, build
I'm gonna
connectors
put a
then.
Connector there now, yeah.
That's all I was going to say. Is if you're going to do it off there, you make them conveyors or connectors. Not connectors, you know what I mean. Conveyors.
Yeah.
So that we can hook Gatlings and stuff onto that later down the line. That didn't take particularly long to put something together, did it?
Not really, no.
Get us some lighting. Nope. Am I almost out of hydrogen? Yes, I am. Did I load it up with the ISO? I did load it up with the ISO brought back. We may have an ongoing problem about the fact that we don't seem to ever get any power here.
Hmm. Well, I guess it's time to bail on this place. Too bad that we chopped up all the engines. Well, I did anyway.
I don't know, it might be wrong, but it does seem so far. We've been playing for a while. We've been going for 53 minutes. I mean, either we just happened to get it just as the sun was setting, and we've literally gone through a whole night. It is getting lighter over there,
yeah.
I admit.
I was about to say.
What's this thing on the floor here? Have you chopped her free?
Not yet, no. That was a bit that I think you chopped free. They're saying that we can chop it free now.
She's not turned on. But quick check, do we have anything? Are we missing the detector component still, or did you get that?
Nope.
No, we got that
I
covered.
got
that. Okay, then, in which case, she is kind of ready for at least being freed.
Right. Who wants to cut the umbilical cord?
Let me go and power her on. Go on then, cut her free. Hey! That was fairly undramatic.
That's just how I like it with these things. I'm sure Space Engineers will find its own drama at some point soon.
So do the air brakes work? I've never used the air brakes. Do they just work as dampers, or
no?
Do you have to turn them on and off?
Technically speaking, the doors. You have to open and close them.
Ah, okay. Damn it. Then I should have paid attention to which brakes were which, but we can figure that out. I think. Oh, Wedgie.
Oops.
Did you just cut off a wheel?
No, I didn't cut off a wheel. I cut off one of the
blocks underneath the ship. Okay.
It's fine.
Probably shouldn't do that, should I? Free me, Wedgie. Free me.
You do have reverse gear, remember?
Yes, I know. I know. I need to have a button to turn the thrusters off. Aha! This looks fucking stupid.
It does look pretty daft. Might have to drop the wheel offset or something.
It looks like something out of Wacky Races. It's a bit better. It's still pretty daft. What, are you expecting me to fly it now? You put the wheels on backwards. Oh no, it's because you've got it in. Doll.
Oh.
Get back in again now, it's reversed it still. Get back in, it's still reversed.
Okay.
Oh, that didn't fix it. God. I hope it only happens with wheel controls at least.
Well, the best way to fly this is to group the thrusters and have them on the hotbar.
They are off, but screw it. Screw it. We're good. You ready?
Yep.
And she's able.
Mm-hmm.
Right, let's go and find out what's on our lake. Otherwise, our ore detector is on, right?
Yeah, but it's only got a range of 50 meters.
It's only 50 for a small.
Only 50 for a small one.
Okay, so we need to basically just land on top of it.
Maybe we should have built a car instead.
Well, I did ask, should we go straight for a plane? You're like, yeah.
Well, you know, it's better at covering ground more quickly. And if you want to get yourself a set of marigolds, there's a better chance of doing so with this thing.
Look at that! Smooth! Almost like he knew what he was doing. Very much didn't. Having never flown this or used the air brakes before. Right, let's go find some whatever's over here then. Silver ho! Gold ho! Good find.
Well, we're sorted if we want to be jewelers.
No, we're sorted for some of the stuff we're going to need to get to space, man.
Okay then.
Right, let's go and check out another one. And turn these off. That's not the only one up here. Our lake has a few. Whoop.
Do you know what might be a better idea? If the large ship ones are any better. Doing a small to large rotor on a plane and making it like an AWAC or something.
No.
If you lock them, they're fine.
Oh, I see what you mean, yeah. Have it on top. And just have it like... No, because if you lock it, you can't spin it around like an idiot. That'd be amazing.
Well,
we can almost fly just off the wheels. It does this when you drive fast. It just wants to take off.
Job well done, I'd say.
We definitely should have started with a rover. We're in a rover now, look.
It's a rover that can also fly.
Really fast rover. Screw this. Go find some stuff.
What happened to that floating platform thing? Did that crash it?
A big one here. What's it got for us? A little high. All good. I wasn't clenching in the slightest. Nickel, silicon, not bad. That's an alright selection so far. We've got no iron.
That's a bit of a bummer then.
Is that another one spot? Oh, Dag.
That is, yeah. He's not interested though.
How far away is it?
Well, he's behind us now.
I didn't mean the Dag. I meant the. I thought there was another beacon spawning. You might want to go for the next one that spawns. If it's in range. Okay, so we've got a couple of things. We need to find iron supplies is the next one, really. Any names for this thing? No, it doesn't have a name yet because it's a bit horrible. It might do in future, but for now, not so much. It's probably better off if we just take off, isn't it?
Should build one with the full retractable landing gear at some point.
Yeah. There's another one here that we missed as well. Pretty well covered with war spots in this area, it seems. Get her down low. This lag is not what I need. Almost easier to fly it from this perspective. Like if you get too far back, the camera moves around a bit odd. I don't know if you know what I mean. Oh, that's loud.
Kind of.
Hang on, what's that flying ahead? What we got?
What's what?
Dead ahead.
Transport courier.
Hunchback dropship and a transport courier. 2 transport couriers.
I don't see the hunchback dropship. I see one courier about 14.5 kilometers away.
I think we might need to arm this and maybe build another one. Hang on, how far away? 84.9 kilometers.
We can make that, no problem.
You reckon we can make 84.9 kilometers in 14 minutes?
No, the one that's just spawned is 17 kilometers away.
It is?
Yeah. Isn't it showing up for you?
No. I'm seeing one 14-minute timer remaining.
If you turn to the right...
84.9 kilometers that way. Dead ahead. Okay, if I turn to the right, say when to stop.
Right, turn to the left again. Stop.
This direction. Let's go.
I'm 14 minutes on it.
Cool, dead ahead still, yeah?
Bit more to the left. A little more. Yeah, 13 minutes on the clock. We've got this. If it's that close by.
I might demand some side thrusters on this to make it fly a bit more normal.
If you have a vertical stabilizer, it's fine.
I've never had much experience, or many good experiences with the vertical stabilizers, but okay, I'll take your word for it. Maybe when we get back, we need to make you one of these, so we've each got one.
Maybe. I'll see.
I think that's a good plan. We each have a vessel. Full on, yo man. Tippers, thanks for helping debug my dad's dead AEG. I hope it helped a bit, man. Thank you very much. And I enjoyed them all quite a bit. I'll get back to your Facebook message when I have a moment.
Okay. We're 10 kilometers out now.
Chat is suggesting that we might actually want to switch places.
We might do, yeah.
I think that's a bad idea. In a moment. Box, groups, this one. Ready for a switch?
What, in mid-air?
Yeah.
Sure.
I'm in the back.
I've done it wrong. I've done it wrong.
Have I lost a
Catching up.
wedgie?
You lost a wedge.
Hey, wedge. I can see you. We're all good.
I've got a tank on me. It should be. Shit.
Oh, God!
I'm in. You're not. Oh god.
It pinged me off for some reason. It's alright, I'm coming.
Hold on.
So, as I'm coming, I got this. Said I took a ship to space and back on my own.
I can't change direction, I think. Gyros aren't working.
The thrust override's on. Probably locked our wheels. Slow us down.
Yeah, okay, that did the job. Right, we're 1 kilometre away from this thing.
Cool. Just be careful with it. The brakes are
Okay.
nasty. It doesn't behave particularly well. I'm trusting you here, Wedge.
Alright, I'll do my best, okay. Right, it's on this little plateau.
Oh, good.
Right, we'll be fine.
Yeah,
Don't worry,
yeah.
I've landed plenty of planes.
I'm sure you have. I'm just saying.
You're right, this thing does need a vertical stabilizer.
It needs something to stop it drifting because it drifts hard. You do have sideways air brakes on there as well. So they'll kill the sideways movement too. But, yeah. It's not great. And you're going to need them when you hit the ground, I think, as well. Oh, that's a good speed. Good speed. I like it. Oh, I'm with the music. Yeah, good boy, Wedge. Now, get those brakes up. Nice. Right, where are we going?
Over here.
I didn't put the brakes up.
I did.
Chat's all like, ready the death counter. No. No.
There's nothing here. I've got a thing on my radar, but there's nothing here.
I suspected this might happen. I think mine are real and yours are not. Or something.
I've got
good
a
to know that it's
screenshot. I've got a screenshot, but yeah, there's bugger all here.
good to know it's way broke. Like even this system doesn't work properly. God damn it. Yeah, the music was perfect as with your landing. Absolutely spot on, like I intended it.
I'm not happy now, and there's a dag. There's a dag.
There's always a dag.
Multiple.
Fucking hell. Multiple contacts. Enemy down.
I'm out of ammo. There's another one. There's lots. Back to the plane.
I got your back, Reggie. Got your back. No, no. Loot, 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 loot. That one had 18 large steel tubes. Which is a lot of our large steel tubes for a dag to be carrying, like, in its mouth, I assume. Where exactly are they putting this stuff? Actually, don't answer that. This one had 19 large steel tubes. Oh, another unknown signal was detected. This one's 4 kilometers away.
Right, we'll go for that one.
It hasn't even landed yet.
But...
Yeah, boy.
Alright.
We are on the move. Oh, you didn't turn the thruster override off. That was scary.
I couldn't turn it off. For some reason it stopped going down when I was mashing the button.
Okay then, fine. Because of course it did. I feel like we need to make you one of these because I'm inevitably going to crash it eventually, and so are you. And by
I see the chutes.
By having 2, we sort of give ourselves a little bit of protection, if you know what I mean. Yeah, the chute's just gone down. We're landing like as they have.
I think they need to nerf those air brakes a bit.
The air brakes are really good. So to be fair, so are his wheels. They take a really good impact. They take the impacts really well.
From my experience, they seem to take them a lot better than the vanilla wheels do.
Yeah, that's what I mean. That's what I mean. They're kind of almost a bit too strong. Do you see this one?
Yeah.
That noise is really annoying. That noise is really annoying. That noise is really annoying. There's the button. Roll, fool. Rainbow gloves, apparently. Getting on that LGBT parade.
Wasted pride.
Wasted pride. But it also had 83 interior plates, 49... Oh, Dag! I'm going to apparently drill the Dag. Get off my wedgie!
Oh,
It's
shit,
my wedgie!
I'm about to die.
Got your back, Wedge! Got your back!
Cheers, bro.
I think we're clear. I think we're clear. Get that thing ground down. No, I hear Dag!
It killed
No! Wedgie down! Wedgie down! Down to a first Dag death. Inventory's full. Quick, load her up before the more Dags come.
I was carrying
quick,
quite a lot of stuff.
Remember
so.
that the thing does it for you.
Yeah. I was carrying an awful lot of stuff.
Yeah, I'm
when
sure
I
you
died,
were.
So.
Oh, I'm pressing there you go. Cool. Loot the Dags, and let's get the hell out of here before I get eaten by Dags and we lose our plane. Hey, shit. No, no, not poor puppies. Screw the puppies. They've just killed Wedgie. I mean, that on its own counts for something. And immediately the cries for the death counter have begun. Well, I am about to take a quick midstream break. But yes, I will sort out a death counter while I do so, because why the hell not? I think so far we've actually been doing okay at not dying. I've managed to overbalance this thing and tip it backwards by putting all the stuff in the rear cargo container. It's weird that that's the only thing in Space Engineers that pays attention to where exactly it is on the vessel. Like thrusters don't give a damn, but if you load up your rear cargo container, it will tip over like that. Look at this thing, ghost riding its way into the future. And I'm out of here. Goodbye, Dags. See you next time. Crap, what's that? Espira Oban Tide. Yeah, I think I might stay away from that, thanks. Up there is the Sky Factory. What on earth? There's stuff all over the place. We need to get ourselves equipped, man. We need to build ourselves a couple of fighters. The turbines have come out of my atmospheric thrusters and are sitting somewhere about a block and a half behind my atmospheric thrusters. We have had a severe malfunction in the engine department.
Makes perfect sense to me. Yeah, as long as it's still flying, it's all good, right?
Yeah, that Oban Tide, I'm really intrigued to find out what that is. That's got an odd name. And it looks big just from here because of... that thing's, what, how far away? 10 kilometers away, and I can see it this clearly. That's kind of scary. Let's get ourselves the hell back and away from Mr. Oban Tide. I've got 14 minutes of engine power as well. What the fuck is wrong with those turbines? No one knows, carry on. They have pieced out to about, as I said, 1 block behind where they should be. Oh, I see what they've done. They are indeed pulling a shack. They're trying to be as close to the chair as possible. That's what's happening. Yeah!
You know, the Dags are wrecking my attempts to build my own little thing.
Dakota Berry, you don't need to ask the names of the song, they're all showing up in the top left-hand corner of the stream, where it says, now playing. Sorry. Well then, another 10k to go. Part of me wants to up the speed limit a bit as well, but I worry about what it's going to do to those NPCs. Lol, the turbines, look. Oh, that's brilliant. You guys go over there, and then over there. Up, down, left. A stopped.
Oh, Shaq's saying it needs the propeller behind the passenger seat.
I've got ones I can control. Like if I want to saw a wedgie, I can be like, okay, let's get him with this one. Zzz. Get him with this one.
I was going to say, is it time to start throwing shade about how that thing looked like a swamp boat or something?
Ah, the swamp boat shade.
Mm.
I'm not sure if that would be considered proper shade.
Well, for a plane, you probably don't want it looking like, you know, a dinner tray with a fan on it that people in Florida use to look at alligators.
But mine kind of looks like a dinner tray with a fan on it. It's just like one of those like new modern dinner trays you get from IKEA that refuse to be rectangular because you can't do that anymore. That's boring.
Mm. It's got a name that only weird people can
Yeah,
pronounce.
exactly. It's like the same with plates. It's like plates are not allowed to be round. It's just that sort of thing.
You see all those places now. This is what really gets on my nerves, where they serve food on something really hipstery, like I don't know, like a chopping.
No, I've got a great example. Great example. I mentioned this on a previous stream. Went to a steakhouse recently. Really, really nice steakhouse as well. Really enjoyed it. But my mother had marrow, which was served on a bone.
On a boat.
Literally a bone split in half. This, okay, yep. We did know that was where it came from, but that's what you call shoving it down your throat. I am failing at landing because I'm being impatient. I should take a bit of a run up at this instead of doing what I'm doing. Oh, I found another raw patch.
Oh, good job. I don't know, I saw like a list of the most hipstery food places in the world or something, and one of them served like macaroni and cheese on a flip-flop or something ridiculous like that.
Fucking booyah, man. I found the motherlode. Magnesium and uranium here.
Ah, sorted.
Nice find. And the wheelie mobile. I should really load all the stuff into the other cargo container so it actually holds itself in the correct position rather than the other way around. Can I... Let's adjust this on the fly and see if Space Engineers is actually going to keep up with the fact that I'm moving this weight around in the vessel.
I think for my one, I'm going to have...
There's a dog who's just spawned in front of me and is running in Wedgie's direction.
Oh, bloody wonderful.
Okay.
I think for... Oh, go on.
The answer is kind of yes. Not enough to tip it back over again, but enough to kind of pull it back from being wanting to tip backwards. Yeah, there's a dag on the lake heading that way. In fact, there's 4 dags at least on the lake, all coming for me. No dags, you see, I have this wonderful thing I can do that you can't. It's called fly. Skirt low, boys.
So, I think what I'm going to do for this one is have the cargo containers perpendicular to the centre of mass so it can't overbalance it.
Yeah, I think that's not a bad plan. Mine are, because they're lengthways like they are, intrinsically overbalancing it backwards. So I might extend mine to avoid that. There's more dags hanging around the base. I think our interior turret... No, they're dead dags. Our interior turrets have been doing the work, apparently. You just, when you get close, they show up as dead Dags. There's also a bunch of holes around the base. I don't know where they came from.
Hole?
Yeah, like chunks missing out of the ground.
Oh.
Not sure. Not sure. In fact, there's some weirdness going on here. Did you start a ship?
I've started it, yeah.
Oh, okay, okay. That's not out of nowhere. Roger. Hey, man. I'm back. Right, I'm going to go and sit inside, and as I mentioned, I'm going to take a very quick be right back. And as usual, I have... Right, pick a number between 1 and 4, Mrs. Wedgie. You only need 1 this time. I have 1 segment that I'm definitely... sorry, between 1 and 3. Segment 4 we're being shown by default.
I'll do 1 because I think 2 and 3 got shown.
Yeah, 2 and 3 were last time, so good choice. Alright then, I am going to take a manual save. I'm going to rely on you, Wedgie, to keep us on lockdown. Weapons and ammo is in the base.
Okay.
And I'm going to go for a quick be right back alongside... let's start off with segment 1.
This week we're going to be trying a new segment, one which we're calling Texas Transformations. In this segment, I'm going to take an old starship and I'm going to see if a little new technology could help it become something really special. Now, my colleagues on this show, they like to talk about power, and power is important, but so is function. And when I think of power and function, well, the first thing that comes to mind is the Grafalcon Mark I light exploration freighter. They've been navigating the spaceways for over 100 years, allowing smaller outfits to bypass the expensive orbital facilities and proceed directly to the surface. Dual role capable of both a light exploration craft and mining support, this is a marvelous craft. But as a 100-year-old design, it's showing its age. Let's see if a little new technology can make it into something really special. Now, she may not be as new as the sexiest ship off the yard, but she's got it where it takes. And with a couple of modifications, you can end up quite comfortable in an old ship. Won't you come aboard? Here we have the Grafalcon Mark III. You'll probably pick out right away, we've lost the hydrogen system. What we've discovered is that with the more efficient power thrusters on the atmospheric and the ion, we can actually skip the hydrogen step all the way and still make orbit. This cuts down on the amount of storage needed for components inside the ship. While the basic ship was bare bones, you'll find that this modified one, well, it has a couple of nice amenities. First modification, taking out that clunky ramp and putting in a brand new ladder. Don't know why they didn't think about using ladders in the old days, but that's neither here nor there. So, anybody who's been on a long space journey can tell you things can get a little ripe after a couple of weeks. So, our first improvement to this ship has been the addition of a washer and a dryer so you never have to wear the same underwear twice. We also have a full fresher facility complete with shower. But cleaning is only the first creature comfort that you find in this model. We have lovely bunk beds, which means that nobody has to get a crick in their neck sleeping in a cryo chamber. A welcome improvement, I am sure. As we proceed upwards, we can see the flight deck. We'll get to that later. But for now, the number 2 improvement, well, everyone needs their coffee first thing in the morning, and our Dead Tech Space Coffee bar is a welcome addition to the ship. Down in the galley space, which we actually have a galley space now, no more having to eat emergency rations. You can actually make fresh food here in the galley while monitoring ship status on the ship screens above. Underneath the catwalks, you have the medical area, complete with med station, cryo chambers, another ship status display, and the gravity generator. You do lose a little functionality though, because we have lost the refinery. But I've found that with these light exploration craft, a pair of arc furnaces will do just as well for most minerals that you're going to encounter. But the really impressive stuff is up here in the flight deck. Won't you join me? As we enter the flight deck, we see that we've retained the 180-degree view out the windows, but we've tossed the old flight system displays, and we've gone with state-of-the-art cult system flight decks. Their heads-up display allow you to keep your situational awareness while keeping tabs on the ship systems. And then finally, the flight chair. We didn't change this because, frankly, this flight chair is the best one I've ever seen. Look at the view from either direction, and the view up, and the view downward. Perfect. Don't mess with perfection.
For a number of years now, you may have been aware of the highly successful Turbo Encabulator. We here at Farworks Industrial Worlds feel that this innovation, even in its current crude state, poses an opportunity to enhance the design. In doing so, we are pleased to announce that in addition to supplying inverse reactive current for use in unilateral phase detectors and automatically synchronizing cardinal gram meters, we have achieved a breakthrough by invoking phase-shifted thermionic fabrication within the encabulator enclosure itself. Our studies, which have been periodicrosied, have broken through the previously poorly understood osmotic effect and achieved this: the hyperfluxed turbo encabulator seen behind me, though it should be noted that this particular hyperflux turbo encabulator has been stripped down for obscurity. As you can't see in the design behind me, by replacing the original design's base plate of pre-famulated amulite with a carbonic Fistro base plate, we were able to achieve efficiencies of an additional 47 Dogracens. The two spurving bearings, while sufficient, have been augmented with mesostrictol hydrocormoline suspension, serviced in part with a direct induced current from the drive shaft of the pentametric fan. The original winding and panendermic semiboloid salts in the stator are from the original design, though we have opted to include an additional anti-prophalanx tensioner to provide additional rigidity to the differential girdle spring on the up end of the gram meters. The increased performance permits the use of the gram meters in a cardinal-centric pro-truncation rather than the previously acceptable serial delmonite manner. The resulting phase slippage drives the higher efficiency of the unit while at the same time reducing the total power input required through the Savant ecothesis effect. Tests of the Hyperflux Turbo Encabulator have been promising, and the Farworks Industrial World ship design team is busy working on incorporating this latest advance in turbo encabulators into the existing vehicle fleet.
Do you happen to be muted?
God damn it. I was spewing out all the Discord stuff. So, there we go. Back after our very, very first community-contributed advert for the live streams and so on. That was from Farrell over on the Discord. Really cool guy, comes along to the stream, and I really enjoyed his, like, screw Star Trek, screw Battlestar. We have our Technobabble of our very own now. But if you guys want to get involved with that, and you really should, our Discord community is really cool. The description is down in the... description is down in the video description? No, the link is down... Dags! Link is down in the video description. Go and check that out, especially as not only do we run community events, there's a whole bunch of stuff going on there. I'm on there fairly often, so Shaq, etc. But also, we have something coming up really important in the coming week, which is our first birthday. We've been around for a year now, believe it or not. over 10,000 people strong and still somehow going. And me and Shaq are kind of going to celebrate with a bit of a live Q&A session so that we can answer anybody's questions. And if you guys fancy getting involved with that, that will be next Saturday at 5 PM ET, which is 8 PM my time, which is British summertime at the moment. So what can I help with, Wedgie?
I don't know.
I can help by adding a connector to our main base, really.
Yeah.
Can this thing hover on its tail, and is that a sensible idea?
What I'm doing a lot.
My one. I'm thinking about how to connect our aircraft on. Like how best to actually unload the things. This is a bit of a question, you know.
I'm thinking it might need like a little platform that they can drive onto with a connector or something. I don't know.
Turret ammo is looking alright so far, at least on that one. This one's got kind of wider coverage. No, even that one's got some ammo left. We're good in that respect. It looks like it's the wrong height for one down on the ground, if I'm honest, unless I build it independently and we start a ground base intentionally sort of geared towards docking up these things so it's at the right height, you know?
Yeah.
What do you think? Do we start our actual more permanent structure? I mean, clearly we don't have a problem with the sun because the sun has finally risen, so I'm thinking this wall behind us might be a...
Yeah.
It's nice. Very rare you get a cliff this vertical.
Well, count our blessings we found this place then.
Right. In with the drill. Time to make a mess. It's a real shame that you can't see the correct beacons for those like unknown signal things, because they're a decent source of resources on top of being like obviously a chance to get the skins, which it's as far as stuff they could have added. I can understand if you've got a bunch of free artists available, then why not do something like this? It has legitimately added a little bit of something to the gameplay that you might want to go out and check out, from not just a cosmetic perspective, but also from a, well, hey, they've got resources on them, you know. There's a little bit of uranium in each one, but on top of that, there's also a cargo container containing, like, some stuff, whatever it might be. A bit like killing a whole bunch of Dags at once, almost. Okay, stupid ridgeline mostly removed.
Still, you know, I'm still waiting on that hydrogen engine or something.
Well, yeah, we had like not solar and wind-based stuff, wasn't there? There was like renewable energy almost that wasn't solar, and that looked really cool. But there's nothing been said about it as far as I can see.
Not for like the last 3 months or so.
Apparently, my death counter is off screen. Roger. It's also quite massive in reality. You there, death counter. Get down there. And be maybe a little bit smaller. How about that? About there? Yeah, about there. Looks good. Thank you for that. Let me... Right. We want to set like a base level here that's a sensible height for what we were doing. I want these to bury into the ground. Thank you. I don't want them to tie into the grid. Don't tie into that grid. Stop locking to that. Stop it. Engineers. Because you've never had this problem, have you, Wedge?
What?
When trying to place blocks and Space Engineers just decides it's going to lock itself to whatever grid is nearby and repeatedly reset itself to that grid. You're just like, oh my word, that is the most frustrating thing in the world. I can understand why they implemented that feature, but I can't think of a time really where I've used it. It's got in the way more often than it's been helpful. Now, admittedly, some of the other ones have been useful, like the align to gravity sort of functionality, which admittedly has been around for a long time, but still a handy Okay, so I'm thinking if I don't extend this out, or maybe I've built this one too far forward. Yeah, one too far forward. Building my own bunker from group survival. I suppose it could be. Kind of. I just like building stuff in a wall because it's going to keep us safe from the Dags a bit in this environment, if nothing else. You know, they don't spawn underground, as far as I'm aware. I think they did originally, but they kind of fixed that, so... This does mean building large ship stuff, of course, which takes lots of components, but probably worth starting with now, even if it's only, ship medium container. Even if it's only something small that gives us a place to unload our stuff at that isn't this main vehicle, which I think we should probably start tearing down once Wedgie's got his raft finished. Give me blocks. Steel plates, apparently. Right, the top. God, I love this easy inventory mod.
Well,
this is ridiculously good. Why was I not using this previously? Why did I find this so hard to understand when it is so blatantly obvious how to actually use the thing? Like, it's just not complicated. I know. It's because I'm an idiot. Ah, yes, I do need a hyperflux turbo encabulator. That is a fair point. There's one area I've completely forgotten, is lack of hyperflux turbo encabulator. And all I need to do now is go and learn some of the jargon that Farinal used in that video, and then we'll be even better. Oh god, even the small cargo container is using so much resources. Oh no, I've got enough. No, that went to small ship, small cargo container. How do you get around that problem then? By being able to change how far away you're looking. Okay, I'll withdraw the items needed to build it a lot of times. Maybe that'll fix it. This spawn underground, I'm already used to it from RimWorld. Yeah, well, I did consider there is a mod that they've added recently. You know the survival mod for space. I can't remember the proper name for it. It's the one that adds the bioreactor. What happened, Wedge?
it fell over.
I can see that your base thing was a bit shit. Is your problem?
It was a bit shit because it got shot during the dog attack.
Got shot during attack of the Dags on the 12th day. Dogs. What do I hear
And
for?
then-
I'm here for a cargo potato bits.
Yeah. If anything, though, it means working on the underside's going to be a bit easier.
Say so. Oh, new signal detected. Where was it? 14 minutes, 61k away. Nah. Think we're good,
bit
thanks,
far.
Space Engineers. That's a bit far for us at the moment. So the only thing we're lacking is small steel tubes, which we can probably fabricate out of bits we got kicking around now. What have we got lots of? Bloody hell, we got a lot of motors. I suppose we took apart all those engines, didn't we? I'll do grids. Grids, I think. Not grids, tubes. Large steel tubes. Only a few to make some small steel. No, Darth Corby. I know that pressing the same block again will change which size I'm using. The problem is, because I'm looking at a small ship, it automatically changes it back to a small one again because it thinks I want to build it. So it's just how to get around that side of things as the mod, because obviously it's a small ship I'm going to be looking at permanently, so how do I deal with that? Got 24 small steel tubes in there. Hopefully that's enough to get this shit done. Well, have you guys seen the small ship 2-scale version of Voyager that's up on the workshop at the moment? That's pretty nuts.
Someone built that.
It's like half built, and it looks amazing. The guy's doing a crazy good job of it. But yeah, fully small ship, and 2-scale. What? With an interior as well. But fair play. Fair play, sir.
That's got to tank the sim speed.
You have some dedication there. I haven't loaded up. I've got it downloaded. I haven't loaded it up yet, but I mean, yeah, probably. I spy with my little eyes something beginning with D. The interior turrets do nothing. Look at them. They're just... Holy crap, it's a dog army. Okay. And then we just went and John Wooed that shit up. Look at it. They're done. They're done. Boom. And then the dogs were dead.
You see, for me, these two are stacked on top of each other.
Yeah, I've got some
really, really messed up angle.
I think, yeah. Dogs are a bad thing unless they have loads of resources. I love the fact that you're still working on that even though it's upside down.
I'll sort it out soon enough. It'll be fine.
Right, I was moving the plane, wasn't I?
Might need a forklift truck at some point, but...
Yeah, we
that,
can sort that out.
It's all good.
What just flashed and exploded like that? Or what on earth was I... What did I just see? What just happened?
I don't know. What?
I am very, very, very confused. There was like a really bright yellow explosion. From nothing. Okay. See some issues. Current approach. That obviously doesn't have power either. If I flatten this out, this should work. The wheeling is a bit extreme. It's not what I always wanted, but quite fun. What on earth music is this as well? Very happy, but what the hell? Enough of you, thank you. Doesn't need a ramp. It needs flattening, but it needs a battery as well. Like, no question. No question. You started earlier than normal, says Bromulus. Able to start watching. What did I miss? You missed us killing dogs and collecting containers and not quite crash landing, but almost. That's kind of it. But thank you for the donation, man. And welcome. Yeah, I'm trying to start a bit earlier because I'm aware that I do have a habit of starting really quite late at times. That's not good for me or you. So that's me thinking now. Do a bit more of that. It still says I'm running out of space for these components, so let's keep running backwards and forwards until done that, and then figure out what it is we're actually missing. I don't think we're missing anything else. I think it's simply that I just can't carry all the power cells at once. Nice. Need to work on some torpedoes at some point soon, Mr. Wedgell. Take out some of these floating bags of goodies that keep appearing.
Well, I'm making the wingspan of this thing quite wide so you can happily mount a few underneath it.
Oh, are you now? I see. Be repaired. Battery. Yeah, right. Check the ownership. Everything should be on. Yep. Good. So now I just need to flatten this rubbish out. Can I flatten this rubbish out? Maybe you folks are onto something. Maybe a ramp is a better idea. I can just put a tiny little one like this. Maybe not quite like that. Maybe like that. Power cells are indeed big and heavy. Too speedy, and too wheelie. Neither of these are appropriate. No, the wheels are too far back for this ramp to work. No, I take it back. We're all good. Everything is fine here. Look, we're all fine. That's just... It was how... This is actually how I designed it. I figured the best way to do it would be to lift the back wheels of the aircraft slightly off the ground, because if you did it that way, you had a higher chance of something exploding when you unlocked. Seems all fine. Now all I needed to have done is put a conveyor sorter on there, so it would drag this stuff out for me automatically, and everything would be amazing. Suppose I could... Why not? Well, change what's on this side anymore, or did they remove that functionality? Oh, I see. No, it's just invisible. I don't normally turn the transparency of the UI down, the background. I can see now another reason why you shouldn't. That's so stupid.
What's it doing?
It's invisible. There's a whole bunch of buttons on the inventory UI that are invisible if you have the background hidden.
Oh, man.
I take a little bit too much pleasure in that stuff, I think, but still. So, that's so stupid. As is, no offense, Wedgie, your upside down plane.
Don't worry.
What is the plan in the long run?
As you can see, gyros.
Really? You're just gonna flip it? Oh my word. Okay.
Yeah, I'm just gonna flip it.
You just you didn't think it through still though, did you? Get up in it, hold it forwards. I'll put some support on. No, you don't. No, that's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Oh, you're fucking scary, man.
Jobs are good.
Jobs are good. Yeah, sure. No, it looks perfect. Looks perfect. Hey! Hasn't been any Dags in a while. Kind of getting a little wary. Right, there we go. It might not fall over now.
Might not, okay.
I'm only giving you a might
Chat are stunned by that, you know.
They are somewhat surprised by the fact that that just went straight over, apparently. We need to think about a solar farm, I think, like to power our batteries on our main base, and it can't be... It can't be over there where the base actually is, because that's going to be in shadow so much of the time. You just got to look now, and it's already covered. So do we try and build something in the middle of the lake as kind of a sort of also our landing tower? Or do we stick it on top of the hill? Or do we let chat decide? Chat.
Let chat decide, yeah.
Chat. Here you go. Number 1, landing tower in the middle of the lake with some sort of solar array on it. Number 2, on top of the hill. Hit me up in chat. What are we doing? What are we doing? For some reason, you guys get to decide. Because this is a good idea. Right.
I don't see what could possibly go wrong.
Tell me what to do. The top of the hill is so far pretty popular, it's looking like. Oasis logo has build support, not quite. It's close. It is very close. Blooming hell. Unknown signal, 30 kilometers. We can make 30k. Do you fancy it? How close are you to done?
I'm quite a fair way up.
You know what? 30k is a bit of a distance. Let's continue working. They'll be closer. We've had ones like 14k off. So look. Alright, so I'm going on top of the hill. I get it. It's on top of the hill. Roger. No, it's enough. It's enough! I could straw poll, but this is far easier and far lazier. So, how high? I do have a tank on me, so looks like the sun rose over there, so it's going a sort of straight, nice line over our valley, actually. Underground. No, I don't think underground's an option. I don't remember that being one of them. Thank you for your suggestion, Matthew. But solar panels underground, that seems like slightly flawed to begin with.
Might have a few issues with that. Don't know that.
We've got to go a bit further up here, I feel, but how high up to this? The Space Engineers Hills are annoyingly rolling. We end up travelling quite a lot of distance. Yeah, that would be quite the journey. I reckon we do this ridgeline here. Got 2 hydrogen bottles even. I choose sideways option 8. Says Nikola Tesla. Okay, roger that. I hear you, man. And given you are a genius of science to some extent, I think there's no other option but to listen to the man.
Nikola Tesla is a genius of science to some extent.
Yes. But I'm saying to some extent because he was also a lunatic.
Well, yeah, but you know there is a fine line between genius and
yeah, I
lunacy.
know, and he stepped frequently on the far side of. Okay, so this would be farm, I think. I think this is the sort of area we might want it. Right here. Bit of a flat area, not too far from the base. Relatively defensible, I would say. Yeah, you wouldn't have to go too far, really, to do anything else. I just need to line up some drilling down below with that GPS. Build like 1 billion miles of... How far am I going to have to go with 2.5 meter blocks to actually reach that? It's 575 meters as the crow flies, so that is more likely going to be about a K worth of blocks. The 250 connectors most likely to get up to that particular farm there.
Ugh.
I don't think that is a viable early option, folks. I think I'm going to go for a RimWorld approach, in that as an early option, we're going to set up a tiny little farm on the lake, not far. Hey, I hear you, you git. No! Where are your friends? You don't come alone.
They're running across
there they
the
are.
lake.
And the next one? Uh-huh. No, I have played far too much Stalker of late for Dags this easy. These ones don't... Ah! Even then, sir. These ones don't jump at you when you're in your inventory intentionally. They don't go, oh, look, we've got some clever coding in our AI that knows when you're doing something that means that you're distracted, and that's the moment our AI chooses to attack. To the point where I've actually proven it by gaming the AI by going, and into my vehicle, and straight back out again. Hello, friend. I'm shooting in the face with a shotgun. It works particularly well with the invisible enemies because, of course, they make the assumption that if you're distracted, you're really not going to see them. So as soon as you do something like inventory or vehicle or whatever, they're like, get him, get him, get him. I do need to heal myself a bit, I think.
Sun setting.
The sun is indeed setting. On our first day. Wow, that set fast. Oh no, it's just out that particular round. Okay. From inside the vehicle, it looks like it's just already done. Yeah, I'm gonna stick a little base station out onto the lake, I think, for solar to begin with. Connect this up. Unknown signal, 63k. Not close enough. And then I think from there. Okay, this is a problem. I'm gonna need to do it from the other end. Hey, all of a sudden I want that B button to work. So yeah, as a temporary measure, I apologise, chat, but as a temporary measure, I am going to ignore you because that is, while cool, a little too far away. I think we need to establish ourselves a bit better before we can consider something quite like that. So for now, little temporary solar farm out on the lake, I think, would be a more sensible approach, and then we can invest resources into that as we've got something set up. And then we can start, as soon as we've got something set up there with a med bay and so on, we can start taking this apart, and we'll be just a lot better sorted, basically. Plus, this will act as a perfect wedgie trap for when he's trying to land, because it's so close to the ground that you know, there's a good chance of not noticing it.
Maybe I'll just land on the lake and taxi over.
I'll colour it the same colour as the ice as well.
You're an ass.
Maybe. Because this is why this is perfect. It's just two trolls in a space engineer's game. Overall goal, blow stuff up, and generally be an arse.
Can't argue with that, Steve.
I'm fine with that. Wasted, try my new gloves. I could try my new gloves. Can I change that in game? I suppose I can just go to a medbay, can't I?
Go to, yeah.
They haven't removed that functionality. I was just immediately thinking, well, the character thing's on the menu screen now. I mean, it is pretty cool, the menu screen implementation. I do like it, but... Wow, this is annoying now that you used to be able to change how far away a block placed from you in survival still, didn't you? I'm sure you did.
I don't remember it.
It was more limited. Because these large ship blocks are being a backside to place. Seriously. Does it not blow stuff up and look cool while doing it? Is Mr. Darth Nicholas? I'm not
Something
sure.
I'm
not sure I look that cool. That's the overall problem. It's like, yes, but in order to do so, you do actually still need to look cool. So. Oh look, I'm holding Alt and scrolling. It's not doing anything. I'm doing that right now. Now I'm going to hold Control and scroll, not doing anything. I'm going to Shift and Control, not doing anything. I'll Control Alt and scroll, not doing anything. Shift Control, no. None of these keybinds make that damn thing move. Trust me, I wish it would move. I am 3,000 hours into my Space Engineer's experience. Controls are not something I'm unfamiliar with at this point. It's... Trust me, if I say something's acting a bit weird, it's normally correct. There are some times where I've derped out like an idiot and missed something really obvious, but in this case, nah. It's like auto block rotation's insistence on turning itself back on again. It just does that. Frustrating thing. Just want to build a little solar farm. Well, actually, it's a very large solar farm, but whatever. Whatever. Yes, a mere 3,000 hours.
Still pretty much a noob.
Still stuff to learn, that's for sure. Primarily because the playing field keeps changing.
That is true.
Press F1 to look at the controls. Burn Sky, thank you. Right, let's do this now. Ah, there we go. This is all the stuff I've been missing. Okay, so it's left mouse button to fire. Oh damn, you can turn your jetpack on and off. Did you know that? With X.
Who'd have thought?
I'll try that. Yeah, you can go up and down, look. That's pretty cool. And there's something in there called inertia dampers. I don't know what that is. There was a discussion earlier about how certain people were trolled. Some people seem to have forgotten the discussion. No need to next page. Just get confusing at that point. Far too many controls. I think we'll deal with page 1 only. That's enough for us. The more you know. So how close is your vehicle of death to being done?
Oh, it's a vehicle of death, is it?
I would imagine so. It's made by you.
Surprisingly,
I thought you took pride in that sort of thing.
Sometimes I don't, you know. Sometimes I don't actually want. Believe it or not.
The solar panels will block each other, yes, but that's why, actually, one of the gaps is wrong, but that's why I've left a gap between them that's the same height as the block. In theory, that means that it's only during the very early morning and the very late evening where they lose efficiency. The rest of the time, while there is a shadow, it doesn't block the other block. But I do admit I got this one spacing off. It's not ideal, but there is, in reality, no ideal solution without spreading them out. I'm just doing something simple for now. What's Wedgie building? He is building another fighter. Sort of, well, fighter, I don't know what it's not a fighter, it's just a sort of scout slash hauling slash whatever we want it to be craft. But there are certain requirements that need to be made for the base before we can really go out and do too much with those, unless another one of these unknown signals lands somewhere nearby, which, have you noticed, have reduced in frequency quite dramatically.
Yeah, maybe that was our loss.
With fruit and little umbrellas, what on... sometimes I really do lose track of what the hell chat are on about.
I just leave them to...
Yeah, that's one way of doing things, but they're helpful because they tell me I'm doing stupid stuff when I'm doing stupid stuff. Now, admittedly, these solar panels that I'm doing here are probably stupid stuff, but going to. That's it, blue. What's the point of watching my stream without my secret favorite character? Oh, that stinks. Text is awesome, I'll admit that, but it does sting. I'm not supposed to be watching chat this closely, I think. But what else do you do when you're welding, other than watch chat? I could tell a joke. Got any jokes, Wedgie?
Please. No, I don't have any jokes.
You don't have any jokes. You know what joke
well,
you're gonna do. You've got a pretty good idea what sort of jokes.
I do know what joke you're going to do.
You know what the most likely one is?
Yeah. I'm not giving any jokes because last time I tried to tell a joke I got told off, so...
Fair enough. Whoa, hang on a second. Christopher Jessup! Nothing like finding money under the sofa. Decided to send it your way. Why on earth have you got 75 bucks under your sofa, man? That's a fair bit to just go wandering about without noticing. Thank you, dude.
probably had it since the 1980s, and that's just how much, you know, loose change has accumulated in it. It's finally thought, right, it's about time I check how much. Holy shit!
You
I'm
found
rich.
1 farthing. Well, actually, no, it's US based. I don't know what your old currency is. I'm sorry. I'll stick with a farthing. You found 1 farthing under the sofa, and it's now worth $75. Cheers, man. I massively appreciate it. Of course, thank you, man. Still surprised that you're finding that under the sofa. So, Wedge.
Yes.
I can't help but notice that quite a lot of time on your designing process, even when in survival and in scenarios like this, does end up being spent on aesthetic.
That is true. And that's because of all the times I've spent in sandbox
I can tell,
games.
just by the way, that you are wandering backwards repeatedly, having placed down some blocks, to then go and decide whether or not the blocks you just placed down was a good idea.
I can't help that.
Better question is, why was it $1 bills covered in glitter? Jack, you were a bad person. This is a PG-13 stream, I'll have you know. Insinuating something far beyond. Whoa! Dags.
Dags.
What? I love how the turrets just give up on Dags. Nope, more Dags. Holy sh... Get out of it. Mew! Yes. That's right. Make that noise. That noise that makes me feel so good. I might need to make us some more ammo. Or go mining. What are we doing? Alt right click. There we go. Alt right click for the win. Can we even make ammo? Like, I know we can make it, but do we have the parts to?
Don't we need like magnesium or something?
Well, yeah, we have got some magnesium. The dogs drop it for some reason or another.
Makes perfect sense.
Yeah, doesn't it just?
Mm-hmm.
There is it. There we go. Magnesium powder and iron ingots.
I mean, what else the dog's gonna drop?
Well, okay, we're missing nickel actually, but we've got right. I'm gonna go on a little mining run.
Good luck.
I've got ammo and so on. We've got stuff out on the lake. No, I'm gonna go and refill my hydrogen and stuff, and then I'm gonna go on an ammo run because I can't be asked to take the plane with me. I did steal both the hydrogen bottles, so haha.
Well, I'm not really going to be flying anywhere anytime fast, so...
What was I after? Magnesium. Oh, and uranium. That'll work. That'll work, sweet. Come here to me, glorious power and glorious explosives. Literally, the meaning of life exists here in this little field. Things that go boom, and things that let you see what goes boom.
Here's a question. If womb ends with a B, it's pronounced womb, and tomb ends with a B, pronounced, you know, tomb. Why isn't bomb that ends with a B pronounced boom?
Raisins?
Raisin.
Raisins und British. Magnesium there, uranium 18k below. Time spin. I have lost my uranium. Okay, somewhere in this I have screwed up. No, I haven't. No, I haven't. I'm coming back round to it. There we go. Aha! The black stuff of goodness. Come here, black stuff. You will power all of my missiles. No nukes in Space Engineers. Slightly sad. Makes you wonder why not.
Because people like me would have nukes then. And does that not just scare you to death?
No, we would get into that scenario where you've got sort of the mutual assurance, mutually
great.
assured discussion going on, and yeah, because there's no, I wouldn't have nukes. I'd have nukes.
That's true, but the thing is,
I'd have spinny nukes that duplicate themselves.
I'm reckless and I wouldn't care.
And there's nothing better than a spinning nuke that duplicates itself. Let's be very clear. Right, probably grab some magnesium while I'm down here as well, shouldn't I? Oh no.
Might be an idea.
Apparently not. Apparently my inventory is full.
Oh.
And I'm stuck. Get me out of here! Thank you. There we go. Freedom! Freedom is a long way up, apparently. I very much took the long way around. Come on. Ah!
Yeah, Chad's got a good point. Why do we need nukes when we've got Clang?
Why do we need nukes when we got Clang? We can't fire Clang at the enemy. That's why. Clang,
That's true,
as far as I'm
but
aware, is not fireable.
you'll find a way soon enough, I'm sure. I'm surprised you haven't already tried.
Yeah, there was a chat earlier on about Soviet War and so on. I noticed that's come back up again. Yeah, I've seen that video. It somewhat winds me up that okay, it's a very good video. Don't get me wrong, I enjoy it, but it has persistently remained like one of the top Space Engineers videos of all time, from a guy that only visited it a couple of times, which is of course frustrating from my sort of perspective. But it was a good video. Seems fun. Hey, I'd play with him sometime. It'd be a laugh. He's another Brit. We could be all like cynical together and stuff. Wedge, the progress was going so well and now it's just completely halted. What are you doing?
Mounting guns to it. I've had to plumb them in.
Guns?
Guns.
Guns.
Well, you do have a fetish for things that shoot stuff, so I thought, no, if you want to borrow it, you can.
I can borrow... That's very kind of you. I was mining. I was mining for goodness. I was bringing us back all the stuff we need. And I hear dogs again.
When don't we hear dogs?
Yeah, they're on the hill. Where are you, Dags? Show your faces. There's something over there called the Spirit of Lomond. That's transport courier and a mobile drilling platform and a sky factory, and there is a lot of stuff around that we should probably be killing. This is a fair point. Should I attach a torpedo to it? Or two? I am experienced with the building of a torpedo.
If you wish to, maybe, you know, by the time we've got a couple of torps on it, it'll actually be ready to fly.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Alright.
Okay then.
Alright, let's go with batteries for this one. Actually, no, we got uranium just now, didn't we? We got a uranium supply. Let's go for an uranium supply takes. No, this is power cells, so we can do those. Main thrust. Let's go for interface. One of those. There's our guidance system.
Where did you leave it?
I didn't put the guidance system mod on. That's the problem. Oops.
So basically, we've got dumbfire missiles.
We have dumbfire torpedoes in atmosphere. Yes. Yes. I can damp them if necessary, but that's expensive. I was kind of relying on the guidance to handle the gyros in order to just do it for us. I tell you what, I'll put some struts on for you, because I feel like that would look cool. God damn, you can't attach to any of this. No, I don't have the parts for it. I'm being an idiot. Ignore me! To the vehicle. We should probably start tearing this thing apart as well, because it is, after all, a temporary vehicle, and we are in single player, sort of, in this local hosted, but... what am I looking for? I'm looking for parts for this. I want to give Wedgie some torpedo hard points. I think that would be fucking cool. So we need one like there. And... Damn it, let me get there. Like there. Yeah, boy. Are they not survival ready, or what? I do have to... Okay, good. Good stuff. Wedgie, you have the ability to carry torpedoes.
Well, that's not too bad, is it?
Yeah, you need to fit the wheels around that layout, of course. Kind of why I'm putting him on now. Well, welcome, Mr. Isaac Christ. And my channel from Engineer Wars. I hope you guys are enjoying that series. It's not doing quite as well as I would have liked. Why is one of our turrets... Oh, it's not smoking. Not doing quite as well as I would have liked. I had one really good episode and then everything else is... meh. But we'll figure it out. We'll find a way of making it decent. I think the last episode was really good. Like, that's probably the format. I just need to get better at doing it. But welcome, sir. More power cells. Dogs drop power cells. Those are the rules. Where are your friends, Dag? Again, you may come alone. Fair enough. How are our round supplies looking? We've got to start being... I'm going back over for magnesium.
I'd kill for mirror mode right now.
Yeah, tell me about it. Like, even in Survivors, like, just like... I don't know, put down a projection of what should be there, maybe? Okay, we have to place it down twice, but at least you know what you're doing. You have to constantly keep re-checking yourself, you know, re-referencing what you were just doing just now. I'll take a dog with a grinder. I have before. Stupid Dags. Take a dag with a crowbar. Stalker style, if we have one. Okay, magnesium, be that away. Fire a little bit more uranium. But you can never say no to more power. More power. Now you would look at that rock there and say that there's no uranium in it. Apparently.
Apparently there...
Come here, magnesium. Come to me. Come to Mr. Wasted. Oh. Because magnesium, it maketh the explosives. What everybody wants. No, not back down the tunnel. No, we're not playing this game. We're not playing this game. Not playing chase magnesium down the tunnel game. Does not sound like a fun game for anybody. Okay, apparently I'm playing the chase the magnesium down the tunnel game. We closer to the surface here? Please tell me we're... Oh, God. This is gone... It's gone all Minecraft on me, Wedgie. Help me. I'm stuck down some massive tunnel getting, like, swamped by floods of, in this case, uranium and magnesium and bits of rock.
Do you not have a means to get out, so...
I do, it's just... It's quite a walk. Thankfully, it's not, like, all looks identical and very confusing like Minecraft, but, yeah. When's the next Engineers Wars going to be out, Mr. Isaac? It is going to be out on Saturday. We record on Friday, and then I beat myself up trying to edit it in time on a Saturday, and then it comes out when it comes out on a Saturday. Is the idea.
Do we have any idea what the next theme will be?
I have an idea. I'm not going to tell anybody.
Oh.
Because that, I think, would be a little dull. Can't give people a... Okay, fine. You pulled my leg. Next theme is going to be another combat-based theme. Time for another straight-up fight. And the theme of our next straight-up fight will be making your own weapons.
Oh.
Your platform seems to be somewhat propped up on a couple of dag corpses, by the way.
Yeah, I've noticed. I wouldn't prop it up on anything else.
You know that's a bit messed up, right?
Only a bit.
Okay, it was nickel I was actually going for, I now remember. While magnesium is important, we have that. Dags! Dags on the field! We need an automatic dag kill counter in game or something. No escape, no surrender! Not for you kids.
Anything useful?
It's always useful in some form.
I suppose.
Yeah, you can also expect that if we're going to do that sort of build challenge, we probably won't include warheads in on things. Might do, but probably not. It's about getting inventive with how you're going to make weapons.
I've got a pretty good idea for a weapon.
You're not supposed to make a weapon.
I know,
But then there has been a suggestion for future Engineer Wars episodes that what we actually do is have it where the teams get told the challenge in advance, and they kind of have to build. There's two approaches to this. There's one where the team get told the challenge, and I'd be interested to see what chat think about this. Team get told the challenge in advance, and get a week to build, and it's us, me, Wedge, and Tex build against them as a third entrant to see what we can build, and it's us that do the half-an-hour build. Or, and this one I quite like, to be honest, which is the idea that one of the challenges is a challenge where the two teams have to build a course that we have to complete. And it's the course that we take the longest to complete that wins.
That could be a lot of...
Which I think is a really nice, like, reversal twist on things, you know? Hey, it's all that nickel. Inventory, inventory full. Inventory full remix. That's just popped up. Mobile drilling platforms. Supply brand transport getting pretty close. I might have to go and check one of these things out in Spectator just because I'm intrigued to see what stuff is actually flowing by. I've been avoiding doing it because it's kind of spoilery, if you know what I mean. Kind of cheaty. But they've all been flying by so frequently. I want to see. I want to see. Oops. Do not put stuff from your inventory into the container by the use of a drill.
Did you just break something?
No, it's just not how you're supposed to do it, I suspect.
More dags.
More dags! Quick! Protect the wedgie!
I'm out of ammo.
Still your back.
Cheers.
Our interior turrets do something. They're just not very good. Maybe do with a few more, but I was concerned about the fact that we're running out of ammo for everything now. Gravity weapons work, but only in space. That's the rule with gravity weapons. Good question, Isaac, but yeah. Basically, as soon as you're within a planetary gravity field, and a lot of people don't get this, it's so often I get questions about gravity and gravity-based stuff in general. As soon as you're in a planetary gravity field, gravity weapons just stop working. Anything to do with artificial gravity, artificial mass, all of that stuff. Normally the questions are to do with artificial mass. And like, oh, you should have just put artificial mass on it. It's like, as soon as you're in a gravity field, all of that stuff does nothing. Now, it is slightly linear based upon how much gravity is there, but it stops working as soon as there's like 0.2 gravity present. So, yeah, they really are weak. Christopher Jessup with $20 to the Animal Control Fund. We shall invest in better weaponry for the animal control fund. Right, okay. Good choice, Christopher. I shall invest your money immediately into some better tools. Can we not... I had the engineer defense kit turned on, I'm sure of it. Or did I forget it? You know, I might have forgotten to turn the engineer defense kit on.
Oh, but... So we don't have guidance for our missiles, and we don't have...
Yeah, I might need to reload. We're missing 2 pretty key mods here.
If you want to reload...
Everyone's kind of chastising me because every time I kill a dog, I kind of blow bits off of your support grid at the same time.
I've noticed that.
And not only that, but the dogs are piling up, the corpses are piling up underneath the grid, so it's kind of up on its side now. Because why not? We're building a wall with dog corpses. Oh, that was a bit more political than I was intending. You're not allowed to say the words "a wall" anymore.
Ah. That is cutting it a bit fine, I must say.
Yeah, we're back to the 1950s.
So, yeah. Mr. Gorbachev and all. Well, he's 80s, but you know. I'm gonna shut up now.
As Wedgie has a good discussion. No, not a discussion. An argument with himself. I shall continue to see whether or not these dogs have any loot on them, because they don't despawn quick enough. I did some mining, I've built a vessel, I've unloaded it, there's some, I should finish my solar panels, that's what I should do. And, no, we were going to reload. We were going to reload and get Engineer's Defense Kit and the guidance for our missiles, because they're both kind of intrinsic here, I feel. And you need to stop worrying so much about how pretty your fucking fighter looks. Seriously.
This is me putting
wheels on now. I realise you're now putting wheels on. But you've taken so long putting together, like... Why has it got curved blocks on the back? You know that's a sacrilege. This is a voxel-based game. What is this?
Why not? Something to hide the batteries.
No. There's far too many round things on this ship. I'm very... not happy.
So would you rather have built just a massive flying brick?
Yes. If it's not cuboid, then you're off the Borg. In which case, resistance is futile. Them's be the rules.
Them's be the rules, eh?
Okay, we've got enough to build a single solar panel on the base, I think. Yeah. Oh, no, more than one. Nice, okay. Hour for the morning. Although, to be fair, with uranium nearby, suddenly the need for a big solar farm is a bit less relevant. Although it's a bit hands-off, which is quite nice, I suppose. I might start taking apart our main base, to be honest, Wedge. We have a cargo container and sort of the bare minimum over there. I think it might sort of almost be time to start moving. I can already tell that I kind of want to return to this. We're going 2.5 hours, and it's like, there's quite a lot I want to do here. There's stuff dropping I want to check out that I can't reach. There's all these blooming ships flying around that, thanks to some clever extra mods included in the pack linked in the description down below, they do things like actively despawn any NPCs that are more than 50 kilometers away from us, for example. So if they ever end up further away than that, then they just get removed. What are you doing?
Well,
Dags! Dags!
Given that there's a mountain of dog corpses under the thing, I need to put it on its tail so I can put the landing gear on now.
Yeah, well, there might be a few more. There was definitely a dag that just ran past. I didn't get him. This is why we need the Engineer's Defense Kit. I need better weapons, man. This dag's getting away with it.
You can't have that, can you?
Well, indeed. Crime. It's a crime against humanity.
Crime against your trigger. Oh, like.
We'll see when I get my grenade launcher.
Oh god.
And there's holes all over the lake. Worst landing strip ever. Oh! Okay, there might be some.
You'll just go to the town on the lake as I'm coming in for my final approach.
Alright, I'll build a minigun instead. You know, Jesus, you can't even say that. No, that is not acceptable, Wedgie. That is not acceptable. You, sir, are the old Jesus. I think some of the stuff that fell off the roof warped through the ground. It's a bit, but whatever. It's fine. We've got all the components we need. Those few that dropped off, that'll be fine.
Yeah, we won't miss them too much.
Nah, they'll be all good.
Unless it turns out some of them are like superconductors or whatever.
Superconductors?
I don't know.
I don't think that's a thing.
There are superconductor parts that you can make.
What are they for?
Nuclear reactors, laser antennas, jump drive.
Stuff that I don't use very often, basically. Ah! I hear Dags.
Yeah, you do.
You a Dag?
Yes, I'm a Dag.
Ah!
You nearly killed me, you know.
But you didn't have to answer yes. You took that risk upon yourself. Should have known what was coming. I'm out of power, apparently. This is why my flashlight is not working. That would explain that. No, you don't die of no energy on the planet. That's the thing. You're all good, because I don't need my suit.
I will say there is a risk that upon reloading all of the landing gear on the lander will unlock and it might wobble around a bit.
That is true. It does have a support on all four sides.
It adds to the risk, which is fun.
No, it's got a support on all four sides. Am I right? You probably don't want to leave your fighter in that particular, or whatever you want to call it, in that position.
That's correct. That's correct. I'm just going to get the wheels on it and then I'll move.
Yeah, I was just thinking that doesn't look safe. No variant of that looks safe. Alright, what can we get rid of in here? Our battery's gone after power things for a while, I think. Maybe we can... Oh, I've got 22 units of uranium in that. That's not too bad. Alright, screw it. That means I can get rid of the solar panel. Break this bitch down. Night, Tex! Thanks for coming along. Thanks for your moderation, sir. You are a wonderful man. Put my fabulous gloves on. That is a very good point. I didn't unload my inventory either. I'm a tool. Oop. God, that mod's good. Come on then. Let's get fabulous. Let's get fabulous up in this bitch. Especially as this. Yeah, that's all we need. That is all we need. We're good and black. Lovely. Yeah, baby. Looking hot. Looking hot. Right, I'm going to leave the reactor for a bit. Yeah, I can't help but feel like a single monitor is a bit barbaric these days.
Unless you're a basic user or something.
Yeah, unless you've got, you know, limited usage, then multi-monitor is the way to go, and once you've done it, you'll never ever go back. And it's not, and I'm not even saying this from an expensive perspective, it's not like that other monitor has to be a good one, it just has to be a monitor. Plugged into one of the other ports on your graphics card, and then you go, wow, now I can watch things and play at once. Or, in my case, monitor the stream outputs, watch things, watch chat, watch all of the fucking things at once, because many screens, lots of space, fun. None of it is wasted either, not even a little bit. What was that noise?
Well, guess what's off?
Wedgie's free.
Shitty
He's
scaffolding.
free. All right. In which case, Bring her back here, you scary man. Let's do the reload. Now's a prime time, then we can go for our first dual flight and go and check something out. You need to adjust your suspension offset, like I did. It didn't harm my handling, but that looks truly ridiculous at the moment.
It does.
You're on stilts.
To be fair, it's like that just so there's enough clearance between the ground for the torpedoes.
Nah, we can make... There'll be one block, you'll be fine. The wheels will give you enough space. I'll make them slim, they won't need to be big. There you go. A bit better. Still a bit stupid, but...
Yeah, a bit. I might make it
it'll look more sensible once you've got torpedoes mounted.
Yeah.
Balance things out a bit. Nice. Oh, wow. Look at that. The gorgeous gloves on screen there for a second. Fabulous. Fabulous.
Do I need to unload my inventory so it doesn't get deleted?
Actually, we need to build a quick cryopod for you. Actually, that would be a sensible thing. Let's go and build it on the main base bit. This is something they really need to fix in Space Engineers. This is a bit of a silly... Yeah, I've got everything that's necessary, but this is a bit of a silly extra requirement, you know, just for multiplayer. It's just like, you have to build a cryopod in order to actually keep your stuff. Oh, really?
I've emptied my inventory so you don't have to. You can just straight up reload if you need.
Yeah. Apparently people are complaining at me because there's stuff on the roof. So, oh yeah, there is stuff on the roof. Thank you! I got it! I got it! Thank you, chat. I am paying attention, I promise. You in?
Hang on a minute.
You can call me stupid.
Oh, I've just gotten your glove in the face. Oh, god damn it. Away with you, bloody silly grinder. Where is the cryopod?
Outside.
Well, you know.
I built it on the main base because there's no point building it on the ship given that the main base is now where we're moving to, so it's over here for the time being.
So this is the main base, huh?
Well, not
There
the,
we go.
you know what I mean, it's the start of our main grid. Can't turn a cryo chamber off if you're in it, that's a shame.
So trying to do the whole life support thing kill me off.
Yeah, 100%.
See what I've got to work with, chat.
Right, let's save this thing. Yep. Alrighty then. We needed the guidance and we needed... What did you want?
What was it again? Guidance, the toolbox. I can't remember.
So, okay. I know, Shadow. Maybe he'll be dead when we spawn back in again. It'll be hilarious. Oh yeah, the Engineer's Defense Kit. Space Engineers is being weird. Just to confirm. Confirm, ladies and gentlemen. Space Engineers is being weird. I've clicked the mods button, and this is what we're getting at the moment. Good stuff. Good stuff. What are you doing, SE? Okay. Okay. Oh, there we go. It's loaded.
Steam's doing its thing.
Oh,
Yeah,
is that it? It's Tuesday night time. Aha! Aha! What a perfect time for a break, then.
Yeah, right. Be right back real quick, then.
God. So apparently, if you guys weren't aware, this is a routine thing on the Tuesday night streams, is that for whatever reason, and this reason is thus far unknown, Engineer's Defense Kit is apparently on. Well, that's really annoying. Then it's not survival capable. Oh well. For whatever reason, Steam on a Tuesday night does its maintenance. So my chosen stream hours, like, coincide perfectly with the point at which, like, everything stops working. Isn't that amazing? Yeah. I've run out of ads at the moment. That's the problem. I've run out of little segments. There's only so many I can build in a week. Okay, so Engineer's Defense Kit doesn't work, and I've added the guidance. So that is all we needed in theory. Go on then. Let's load this thing back up again and see if it actually works when I'm not connected to Steam and everything's going weird. Apparently not, Mr. Gamers. Mr. Gamers, I might refer to you like that. The fuck you doing? I'm talking about Mr. Gamers. I don't know, Shaq. I have no idea. It didn't show up for me in any of the build menus, so how the hell do you access it? Is basically my concern. Yeah, the animations for the defense kit have been broken for a while. You get the rubber arms real hard, and I was willing to overlook that on the basis that I could flamer some Dags, and I could grenade launcher some Dags, and I could minigun some Dags. You're starting to see a theme here, right? Either way, there was a lot of possibilities when it came to, like, things I could do to the Dags that would be hilarious. However, what didn't happen was Engineer's Defense Kit actually working. So the server is back up again, but I don't have a wedgie.
I can't show in game, I don't think.
Yeah, exactly.
My Steam's back, but no option to join.
Oh, not only that, but it's done the backup thing again, I think.
Has it?
Yeah, because that world it just loaded, which it claims is the most recent save, isn't actually the one we were just playing on. Oh no, I think I might have actually loaded the wrong map.
Oh.
Okay, that might have been my fault there. I forgot that PvP... I've got two maps that are called PvE Encounter and PvE Encounter 2, but in PvE Encounter 2 was the one that I made in order to take the screenshot, so... Hi, Vale. I'm sorry. Could I rebuild Bastion from Overwatch? That's a bit of a challenge. Maybe?
That'd be kind of cool if
Wasted,
you could do.
please. Do you remember the song from Group Survival that played when Ed 209 walked? 2 seconds. What was it? I'm trying, man. I'm trying. That was a while ago. I think. Look. No, honestly, I can't. I can't even find it now I'm looking. Unless it's in this folder somehow. Let's have a look. I'll add a few to the soundtrack here. Oh, hang on. I think I might find it. No. Yeah. How's it looking, Wedge?
How's what looking, sorry?
Your ability to reconnect.
I'm in.
Oh. Oh.
I need to put a few more things on this, like, you know, lights, but then before long we'll be ready to go.
Cool. In which case. And if you wanted to know the name, John, it's up in the top left at the moment. Ed. There he is. Look at him, glorious bastard. Can't paste him, of course. This is survival, but he is a glorious bastard. But
I
hey,
thought pasting Ed would be certain death.
it would be as well, yeah. It'd just explode violently. Hey, I'm going to leave you in Wedge's company for a second, because I actually did need to go be right back, and then Wedge reconnected in unusual steam speed. Normally that takes a good 20 minutes to sort out. So what are you doing, Wedge? What are you adding?
I'm just finishing it now. Bit of armour on the underside, and then we'll be good to go.
Okay, apologies about that. Quick, be right back. And if any of you guys are ever wondering, I mean, I'm sure some of you guys have thought, shit, that wasted space, he takes quite a lot of be right backs. For someone who's live streaming, why the fuck does he do that? That's kind of because I suffer from something called hyperhidrosis. If you want to look that up, then yeah, you'll see it's a reasonably far-reaching thing, but it does mean that occasionally I need to go and kind of... Up, Dag! Kind of sort myself out, I think is the best way of describing it.
Plenty of construction components.
Plenty of construction components. Right, I might put a torpedo on for you.
Oh.
I
That'd
think
be
we
cool.
may have the components. Okay, so CC power. Come on then. Give me that goodies. Engine small. Penetrator small.
Oh, only a small penetrate. What the?
What's the problem, Wedge?
I don't know, the entire thing just seemed to bounce off on my head then.
Oh, you're just complaining. That's your problem. I forgot to get power cell pass. BG wasted. The one you started off with. Oh, I just queued them. I just transferred my inventory to the container. Alright, try again.
I've just thought for next time what might be an interesting mod is the nanite factory thing.
I think the nanite factory thing is something that we should sort of upgrade to once the We've got to a point in the game where it seems like we might have that technology.
Necessary, yeah.
If you know what I mean. Right now, I feel like
Not
it'd be
right now,
kind of
but-
cheaty, if you know what I mean. Just
I meant
simply
in the
because we
future,
don't have...
so-
We have nothing. There's nothing here. Oh yes, I need the guidance block.
Says the man building a guidance system for torpedoes on the
What?
wing of a fighter jet.
I
We have nothing.
Is the guidance block broken then? Because the mod's definitely on now. The remote's here, but the guidance is gone. Okay, well then, we're just going to have to do something even more amusing. You know what I'm thinking?
Are you just going to blow me up?
No. Come on, Wedge. I'm not a nasty person. No, I'm thinking, what do you do when you can't control it with the guidance system, but you still got to
Dumbfire.
control it? No.
I'll remote control it.
You fly, I remote the missile.
Where do you remote it from, though?
The seat on the back of your aircraft that you're going to put down.
Probably do with an antenna on it then as well.
Yes, that's what I'm just setting up as well. Top Engineer's theme. Top Engineer was a good idea. I really need to get back to that. We need to really get back to that and figure out how to do it properly, because it was a good idea, and it should be like a really fun way of doing like a mod spotlight in Space Engineers. I think like a mod spotlight a show, but yeah, wasn't right the first time. Aside
Back to
from
the drawing board.
nailing the soundtrack.
Yeah, the top engineer theme is pretty good, I'll give you that.
It's right for the purpose. Wasted, can you make it a cluster missile? No, we're
Shit.
playing survival. You've seen my attempts to make a cluster missile in creative and how they sort of work, but still, like, it takes a lot of work to actually get even close to where I want to be with them. No, we are not making cluster missiles in survival mode. I know guidance is a separate mod. I loaded it up. That's one of the things we reloaded for, was the guidance mod. So either I've screwed up or something's broken with it. What country would I want to go to if I had the money? That's an interesting question, because in reality I don't actually think that the primary concern is the money. Not saying that I've got loads of cash. Far from it. I am far from a rich person. I just about managed to pay the rent and maybe once a month think, hey, I could buy something more to make the YouTubing stuff kind of cool. Which is all down to you, the support of you guys and the Patreons and so on, which is massively appreciated. It's still kind of something where it's more time than money that is the main concern in those environments. Do need a break at some point soon, but I'm having some fun at the moment.
What if you could roll the trip in with something useful for YouTube?
Well, indeed, that's where it becomes bonus time. Where, like, for example, me and Shaq have been musing on us meeting up to do some stuff together, and at the same time use that as kind of a nice holiday break and a chance to meet each other, which we haven't done in real life yet, which could be quite fun. Thruster components, and that's it. Just thruster components.
I was going to suggest you could go to Chernobyl or something for your holiday.
Well, we have talked about this, haven't we? Chernobyl, that would be redonk. Proper redonk. And one of the places, like, at the top of my list of places I want to visit is Chernobyl, which will seem very, very strange to most people, I imagine. But there's that it intrigues me in a way that no other place really can, if you know what I mean, or very few other places really can. We might not have any thruster components. I can't see where the search box is because I've still got my UI turned to completely transparent, and that just doesn't work, apparently. Let's have some background on my UI, please, so that I can see some of your buttons. Space Engineers. There we go. Look, search is there. And thrust isn't spelled with a Y. We have no thruster components. Can we build thruster components? I don't even know what they look like now. Iron, cobalt, gold, platinum. Ooh, platinum. Okay. That's a bit of a problem.
Were we getting a bit ahead of ourselves by hoping to build torpedoes?
Maybe, yeah. Wow, I queued a lot of random stuff up into the production queue using that mod. Oh, like a ridiculously large amount of stuff using easy inventory. If you hold shift and right click, it queues it up in the assembler. So we've got everything except for thruster components for the main thruster. Where can we nab thruster components from? Is there no alternative to this?
I've put your seat in an appropriate
Not
place.
really. Ah, that's frustrating. There are ammo versions, but not for the main thruster. They're all for the laterals. And I don't think the model worked that way. I think it's intentionally designed to be limited like this. It's what I'd do, because the torpedo mod's way powerful. You know, it makes sense in my mind. Like massively gimp it somehow so you can't do this sort of thing early on.
Well, I guess we've got to find a source of whatever we need to make them work then.
Omega Blue, my point is not to go airsofting in Chernobyl. My point is that I am fascinated by the entire story of it. Obviously, Stalker intrigues me alongside it, but no, airsofting would not be my goal. Looking around and checking out some of the utterly nuts stuff that happens and exists in that place and seeing how life reacts to extreme radiation myself firsthand would be the primary goal of that. Life, and not even just life, but just what it looks like when you go to a place that's been previously populated, previously sort of industrialized and controlled by man, and then has been given the opportunity to almost be taken back over by nature, aside from man's attempts to kind of correct their colossal mistake. That is compelling.
Plus, if you want to do airsoft at a abandoned nuclear power plant, there's a place on Long Island in New York that sometimes does that.
Really?
For reals.
What?
There's an abandoned nuclear power plant.
Oh hell, I need to just go there just for
yeah.
the sake of the fact that I can say I've airsofted an abandoned nuclear power plant. Where did you put Wedgie?
Yeah.
This is not an acceptable chair.
I'd say it's perfectly acceptable, right?
For fuck's sake, man. Alright, test flight, let's go. Use a bit clangy. Oh yeah, air brakes on, that doesn't help. Yes, I did, Athene. That is, perhaps, Athene is saying that, did I see the dramatization with Aid Edmondson, which is referring to the battle for Chernobyl, which is...
That was pretty good.
Just incredible. Yeah, you've just blown half of your... Okay, so landing may be a problem, because I think that was your landing gear. Yeah, all of your rear landing gear are now gone, and the missile as well.
Why did that happen?
Probably the missile, I suspect. Some of your front end is pretty broken to fuck as well. But this is going to be an interesting landing, to say the least. In the dark with Mr. Wedgehog. But yes, the dramatization with Aid Edmondson, I would recommend anybody who is interested in the slightest in the Chernobyl disaster goes and watches, because it is a very compelling way to experience the story that has actually been pretty well researched. pretty well demonstrated, and it is a very interesting thing, especially if you're a fan of something like Stalker or Metro, something that kind of falls into that sort of fantasy, except it isn't fantasy. It's kind of where the fantasy could have been based from.
Bit of a bumpy ride for you.
Darkhound, wasted. Have you seen the town of Japan? After the reactors melted down, the result in it being given back to nature. It's beautiful how it's overgrown. That is part of the compelling story of these sort of environments. I mean, obviously, part of the compelling story is sort of going and looking at some of the lessons we could have learned and some of the sort of horrible impacts of some of these disasters, but nice landing, really. But some of it is just looking at the marvel that is how nature just does not give a damn.
I'm going to blame the missile for that.
Fragile little meat boxes, and nature is just like, yeah, whatever. Radioactive crocodiles was in the news recently. Some place in the US has got like river with radioactive crocodiles in it, and it's just like, yeah. Or radioactive alligators, I think, actually, not crocodiles. Either way, it's just like, yep, that's brilliant. Fucking radioactive alligators, sure. Do they care? Do they look any different? Nope. Well then, this Dag! He won't be alone.
Much damage. God.
One more, at least. Maybe two.
Did the missile explode or something?
It wasn't an explosive one. It was a penetrator.
Well,
Part of the reason why I did a penetrator is we didn't have the resources for an explosive one, and...
Well, it must have penetrated the plane.
Certainly penetrated something. Yeah, things did not all go well there.
Perhaps we
she was mostly intact, to be fair.
Mostly, and we did manage to get it down without, you know, most of the landing.
Yeah. Could be worth. I do feel like maybe you want to switch your landing gear out to being more wingtip based.
Probably, yeah.
You can still tip if you keep them on the same line. They'd just be wider. This is terrifying, I do have to admit. But the block damage is like, whatever, though. So, alright.
The only thing that got smashed off was your seat.
I've lost my seat.
You've lost your seat. Well, you weren't best pleased with the seat, so, you know.
Yeah, we might need to put down like some sort of pylon pillar for them, but I'm thinking like have them outside of the air brakes about there.
I'm thinking...
Perhaps not quite like that, but...
I'm thinking stick the torpedoes further out, just in case.
But the wider wheels will make the aircraft more stable.
But you can fly them with them
I think the problem was the wheels and the torpedo being next to each other. Not the torpedo alone or the wheels alone. It was the fact that the two were next to each other and the wheels move around. Did you lock your rear wheel steering, right?
Hang on a minute. Are you trying to grind me? I'm having a look at this.
I was threatening you. I was threatening you with the grinder. It hadn't actually happened yet. I can wave it around without necessarily needing to use it.
I'm having a look at this, and I think the torpedo was too far back.
Oh, I see. You're blaming the torpedo. I think, after my professional opinion as a wedgehog, I'm looking at this, I'm thinking that it was probably Wasey's fault.
Yeah, more or less.
It's alright, there's a better place to put it the chat knows about, and neither of us have mentioned, which is
the wingtips.
Stick them out on the wingtips and not have them underneath at all. Because while underneath is kind of classic cool, you don't have to be classic cool. One might even call that a little bit square.
Alright. Well, I need to get more hydrogen and patch myself up a bit.
Weakling.
You know. I did get bit by a dag.
Crazy Ivan in chat with the £10 donation. Thank you, boom, with £5 of love. Just tuned in with a kebab, and I'm loving the landing gear and the Delta Wing design. Fair play. This is not mine. This is Wedgie's. Mine is somewhere over there, working.
And also looking incredibly ugly.
But
Well, not ugly, just actually quite stupid.
it just looks weird. It hasn't worked at all. Like, it's a sort of elongated. The rapier designs are really specific about actually what scale works with them. Like a little bit too long or a little bit too short, or the wings are a little bit too wide or a little bit too thin, and it just all falls apart immediately. So yeah, that thing looks a bit dumb. I will give you that. I don't know why I'm rebuilding the missile. We don't have the components to build the thruster for it, so it's not worth it. Let's just remove this and kill them with guns.
What's wrong, you know, with an old-fashioned gun?
Mitt guns. I should maybe put some guns on my craft of choice. Did you put the connectors, the conveyors on the front, or did you?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Did.
So actually, hooking it up should be pretty damn straightforward. Cool. Thank you very much, sir. I find it very funny that there's something about the two-man stream that is a very different dynamic to the one-man stream, or the three-man stream. Of course, it's different to the one-man stream. Sorry, I meant more the one-man stream. Wasted.
The three-man stream.
Yes. Thank you, Edgy. A slight recovery care of the fact that someone else here has a brain.
And that someone else is me. That's a worrying thought.
Yeah. I think that kind of puts everything in perspective, really. Anyway, I think you get the idea of what I was trying to say, even though the words were not coming out of the face.
I think so. I do quite like the two-man streams, to be fair.
I'm just saying they're a different beast. They're a different beast. They exist in their own environments. And each has its own merits.
Like the radioactive crocodile.
Like the radioactive crocodile. They each exist in their own... Thank you, Edgy. Well, everyone loves a Wonsome. That's definitely true. Stream going suddenly somewhat non-PG. Where are my weapons? I can safely talk about weapons. Because that's okay. Guns! Lots of guns. I have guns. Now I just need weapons for my guns. Weapons for my guns? Ammo for my guns. Did you build extra, or did you just build what you need?
What?
Ammo-wise?
Oh, I didn't build any ammo. I put the guns on it, but I didn't build anything to, you know, shoot with.
Really? Wedgie? Really?
Well, yeah. It was more of a, you know...
Just proves that in reality, as much as you like to think otherwise, you are still the amateur destructor.
Well, you
Get on
say
the
that.
case.
Who was the one that destroyed Mars?
Destroyed Mars?
Yeah.
I don't
in
remember
Escape from
blowing up.
Mars?
I don't remember blowing up Mars like as a whole. I don't think that ever happened. I did some stuff.
It got,
don't get me wrong.
It got
but
obliterated.
I don't remember blowing up the planet.
I didn't blow it up. I caused it to vanish. Blowing up is so 20th century, you know.
Shh.
Happened to make the red planet dematerialize.
Well then. Well, I'm building ammo in order to shoot people with, because that's something I can do. But get ammo, put more guns on your guns.
It's something you're good at, I'll give you that.
Hey bro, I heard you like guns. I am disassembling the things and assembling the things. But we have ammunition. We can take out a thing, perhaps, to end the stream on. Because how long? How long have we been going for? Let's see.
Quite
3 hours and
while.
11 minutes. Nah, we got a little bit left.
Okay.
I want to see your thing flying. I want to see my thing flying. I would love to get another one of those crates. If the drops have just died for some reason, I don't know why, but it's just stopped doing that now.
It was taking the piss, like, look at all these things you can't have because you're so far away. And now that we've actually got some capabilities, like, no.
Yeah, now we can actually go and have a look and have a play. We're done. Apparently. Where's the symbol? There's me ammo. There's me ammo.
And
Also, these interior turrets are terrible at killing the Dags. They really are. They kill them from a way away, but as soon as they get close... This is why I'm happy with the 200-meter decision. Because as soon as they get close, they just ignore the damn things. So your beach... I think I now see where all the holes in the lake came from.
Well, some of them anyway.
I think evidence has been pretty conclusive. Ah! Fucking sudden Dags, and suddenly there's like an army of them. Get out of it! Oh, you're gonna get it hard now, Dags. Don't try and beat them with your spaceship. I'll just shoot you by mistake.
I think one of them just acted as a chock for me.
A chock?
Yeah.
Dag chock. That sounds like something totally different. The latest from Mars. A lawsuit on wasted space.
Right, are we flying or anything?
I don't know.
I need to put guns. I need to make the guns
I was
cheaper.
making ammo. I was coming over here to bring you ammo, and then you were being lunatic. And now I need help.
I was being a lunatic.
Well, you had...
Oh, shit.
Whatever.
There we go.
It's 78,000 kilometers away.
Oh, never mind.
Yeah. We do have a supply transport 21k away. And 6k away a transport courier, which if I remember rightly only have a single interior turret on the bottom of them, and otherwise are relatively basic. We may be able to take that. Maybe we can go that direction. Let me just drop off everything I'm carrying, make sure I'm running something a bit more sensible, and pick the ammo back up so I can fuel you and me.
Okay.
Yep, thanks guys in chat. The mods are indeed in the video description, so if anyone's wondering what mods we're using this evening, you can find them there. Let's not give Wedge all the ammo.
You've given me all the ammo.
I said let's not give Wedge.
Oh. Oh. Oh.
It was entirely a different thing to what you just said. In fact, it kind of equated to let's give me all the ammo. Which I think is appropriate.
Why am I not surprised?
Because you're the wedgie.
Unfortunately.
Okay, I am unlocking from connector. I am turning connector off so that I can actually escape the pool. I am wheeling because that's what this thing does.
I'm getting attacked by Dag.
Ooh, yeah.
Screw this, I'm flying away.
I am dealing with Dags. You there. You there. After Stalker, no Dags shall live. This is the words that have been spoken. No Dag shall live. I miss my Saiga. I need a Space Engineer's Saiga with the scope on it. Saiga A as well, 12A. Not T. Need the A.
It appears, for some reason, the conveyor system isn't working.
It appears for some reason the conveyor system isn't working. Okay. Good to know. However, it also appears like we should stop for a second here and grab ourselves like the screenshot of screenshots. Look at that. So it's alright for a nice progress. Yeah. Got ourselves a couple of fine vessels. Ourselves a location. Haven't died to Dags too many times. In fact, I think there's only been one death, hasn't there? You've died once.
That's right.
How appropriate. Trick to getting your YouTube thumbnails right. Your subjects need to be far closer than you think they need to be. So get in there and highlight those things super close up. That might be alright. Relevant tips with the wasted space. Coming to you every stream. I forgot to replace the chair with a tail. I did. Let's put a tail on. Wedgie, I'm removing your chair.
Okay.
It was mostly broken anyway, apparently. Where's my plane pots? There it is.
I've got to walk
I
all the way
forgot.
back to the bloody thing to get some stuff. I'm cross. I don't have hydrogen, so I can't fly.
Aw, I feel for you so bad. So bad, Mr. Wedgie. It's so
I
bad.
was half expecting that thing to come and run me over then, you know.
It's horrible being a wedgehog.
Oh, damn it.
And I'm out of here. Okay,
Well, at least
Wedgie was in this case completely correct. The vertical spin does indeed correct the majority of problems with the sideways move.
I like how I'm James May all of a sudden.
That's Tect, we know this.
Yeah, but you know, this is a very Clarkson and Hammond thing to do to James May, let's be fair.
What is?
Paint the bloody thing pink.
Haha.
He's a simple man. He gets amused by simple things.
Paint and run. Well-known technique. Gun 3 is out of ammunition because Gun 1 has stolen all the ammunition. This is clearly, like, why is that okay? They're all connected, but Gun 1's just gone, no, the ammunition is all mine, thank you. All the other guns can't have it. Okay, so what are we going for? We're going for this Hunchback dropship. Let's go and grab this
Well, I can't see any Hunchback dropship.
transport courier.
Oh.
That has an
transport courier.
interior turret only, as far as I'm aware. Let's go and try and nail that, shall we?
I'll be airborne in a moment.
Adam J says, should have used a slightly smaller vertical fin. You are correct, man. However, it'll do for now. This thing looks ugly as sin, but it'll do for now. A redesign is incoming, I can tell you that much. You with me? Catching up?
I'm taking off now.
You're taking off now. Veggie.
I'm coming, damn it.
That's the teamwork if you're taking off now. I had loaded you up with ammunition and everything. I made sure you were ready. Good to fly.
Alright, well, I'm coming. So what, is the one 3 kilometers off yet?
Yeah. 22 kilometers off me. There it is.
Wait, transport courier. Oh,
Yeah.
there you are. Right, okay.
Oh, nice meetup. But that was pretty smooth. As far as how length to speed match is concerned. Let's get on him. Transport courier 5.1 kilometers away. Sorry, I was wrong. I was looking at the Hunchback dropship. It's miles off. This one's much closer. You still with me? Oh,
Yeah.
Good formation. Good formation. Oh, I'm actually hit ahead of me slightly. You can.
Am I taking the brunt of it first?
No,
or
it's more
something?
from the angle of it looks better from the stream perspective if
Uh,
you're on my screen rather than me being on yours, you know. Coming in for combat. Target coming in range. Watch for the lower bow on the front. That's where the interior turret is. Try not to do too much damage. Yep, she's heading forwards. I see the lower bow. Turret is down. Turret is down. There's one on the top. Top rear. Top rear. Second interior turret.
hang on, coming.
Got a bit of lag. Yeah, top rear is second interior turret that we need to worry about. I am losing it.
I don't have nearly as much thrust as you remember. I'm only running 2 jets.
Even then, I'm losing it.
Hmm.
She's high is the problem. I have to bring her down. Try and take out one of the 2 hydrogen thrusters if I can. There we go. I am catching up. Right, top interior turret is down.
Okay.
Did lose a wing in that, but now all we have to do is land on it.
What could possibly go?
Hmm.
Given neither of us have got a landing gear.
Yep. Remember what I said to you prior to the stream about how what I wanted to do was create a craft that had wings and landing gear in order to lock onto these things. Do you know what I forgot to put on?
A landing gear, yeah.
Why does turning my dampers on make a difference? I only have thrusters in one direction. What did you do?
I didn't do any.
Well, she be broke. She's fallen.
Well, you are.
Whoa, she's fallen and dying hard. What the fuck happened? I kind of have to. Can I catch her? No, I can't. It's falling too
Terminal
quick.
velocity, yeah.
I really wanted to fly through that hole in the middle. Just suddenly, I was just like, I must fly through that hole. That must happen. I need to see the explosion, but I need to slow down at the same time. Oh, I missed it. Sorry, guys. I'm sure you can understand why it was important for me to slow down. Let's go and see what we can recover. If anything.
Where did it come down?
Wherever the big hole is. I can't see, and because you insisted on me only putting thrusters in one direction, I can't just hover and tell. Also, it's running kind of badly all of a sudden.
Well, given that there's been a massive crash, that might explain why.
It might fix itself soon, because part of the mod setup is that it removes any ship that falls through the world and goes too far.
Right.
Which is quite cool. Right, I'm going up. I'm going to see what... I'm going to go straight up. I'm going to find out. We both forgot that we can put projectors on our ships to make sure that we don't have to rebuild them.
I'm in one piece still. I mean, I've got a little bullet hole in the cockpit, but
So
besides
yeah,
that,
but you didn't take out both of the blooming turrets.
that's true because you know you've been you're the one that's got all the experience with that.
Alright,
Hold
I
on.
think I found the collision spot. Yeah. Everything's fine here. We're all fine. Nothing, there's no problem at all. Everything is totally under control and we're good. I'm still not finding the collision point. I think it might have just warped straight through.
Yeah. Oh well. That happens.
It does, yes.
I mean, it shouldn't happen, but it does. So.
That is part of your space engineer's experience.
So fly back to base, call it a day, or
I'm just having a quick look to see if there's anything nearby that would be an opportune target, but I think you might be right. Are you with me?
I'm with you.
I saw your signal close by.
I'm close-ish, but
Disappeared again. You're a little way behind me, I think. Right, fine, screw it. Let's get the hell out of here.
I have no idea where you are right now.
Yeah, I don't have an antenna. You do. Anyone else notice that the antenna, like the broadcasting button, stopped working? Like you can't use it as an engineer anymore to turn your engineer broadcasting on and off. The sim speed in the FPS has just taken a massive dive. My FPS was 18 there for a second. I'm sorry. And yeah, it just dropped to 21. What's happened? Sorry, is my 4.6 gigahertz hex core, 32 gigs of RAM, and massively overclocked to 1080 Ti, all water cooled, not enough for this?
I guess not.
Just that one last thing spawned and went, nah, that's enough for you.
That was the straw that broke the camel's back.
Sim speed 1.0 apparently. GPU load 30 something %. CPU load it says is right up there. Maybe it is. I've been streaming for a while. It could be, I suppose. But still.
Well,
Come on now.
that was a ropey landing
This
even
is
by my
itchy
standards.
as all hell. Oh, I see you. Hello. Quick, let's fly.
Yeah.
Let's do buzzwordgy.
I've lost the entire front end of this thing in that lag spike. That was when I went down.
Okay, so we're both returning minus front end from our first excursion as a pair. However, it's all right because for some reason Google has decided to pick up on that. Let's see what the voice detection decided I said there. I really want to see France football first exclusive something or other. What? There you go. You all heard it here first. France national football team on Wikipedia. The France national football team represents France in an international match. Well, there you go. You heard it here first. Well, you know. I could be in the car shouting, "Okay, Google," at this damn thing, and it will not respond. And yet, randomly during it did respond then, and Google search for "at this damn thing" and it will not respond. What's the top result? I mean, I'd love if the top result was something like Google Assistant or Bing. We have returned. Returned. That could have been a worse trip. We really do need to invest into some sort of... well, I can't help but feel like we should have projectors on these things for easy repair, if nothing else.
And of course, Dags.
Where are you at, Dags? You were just so very far from Stalker Dags, even if you did kill Wedgie. Holy shit, that's a lot of Dags. Wow, that is a lot of Dags. Am I out of ammo?
I think you might have opened your mouth a bit soon.
I am out of ammo. No, no, no way. I refuse to be beaten by Space Engineers Dags. Having spent so long with Stalker Dags, no, this is not a thing. You guys are gonna just die in your droves. Yeah, I see you back there, last survivor. Any more? These Dags just don't leap at you when you last expect it. Make you bleed for 1,000,000 HP every second. And leap around like bloody lunatics. And come in packs that spend most of their time running away from you, except for the point where you least expect it, e.g. when you're in inventory, where they decide that actually now's the time to bone waste it. Now's the time. Well, if nothing else, that was a wonderful carnage of loot.
Yeah.
Thank you, Dags, for your contribution to the cause. We do appreciate it. Still, I do also think that's a good place to end on. We've been going for, what's that, 3.5 hours. I don't want to do too much longer of a stream, really. I think we might come back to this. This has been kind of fun. Not that we've made a huge amount of progress, other than both of us have built ridiculous fighter vehicles for some reason or another. But that is, you know, this is survival mode. Survival mode, Wasted and Wedgie style.
Total chaos.
Get your ass up here on the roof. Stop fiddling with your pink ship. Come on, get up here. To wave to the folks. Say goodnight. With our, I need to fix out whatever's going on with this stupid FPS as well, because it's not cool, man. It's not cool. There we go. There we go. Night, guys. Thanks for coming and joining us. It has been, as always, a great stream. Please remember that I also stream on Twitch every Monday and every Friday. Link is down in the description. Please come and join us on Discord, especially next weekend for our first year anniversary of running this Discord community, and it is a fucking awesome community with some really awesome guys. Don't forget, you can also check out this one here with his scratched up mask, Mr. Wedgehog, over at twitch.tv/Wedgehog95, also down in the description. And we'll catch you either Friday or Monday or next Tuesday over on YouTube. It's been fun.
Have a good one, everyone.
Take it easy, folks. Good night.
Bye.